This is Steve Downs, the voice of Master Chief, Sierra 117. And you're watching Xbox Ultimate. Now, finish the fight. Chief out.
What was the first word that got caught on the Xbox Ultimate podcast?
Yeah, I read that article too.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, we're live.
Oh, hi.
How's it going?
Yeah.
How's everybody? I don't know what the first word you heard was, but I think it may have started with a P. And that's okay.
Hey, great start to 1 year. Let's go.
We're
Math didn't tell us we were going live, guys.
I don't know. Fuck it. Hey guys, welcome to Xbox Ultimate Podcast, episode 53. Yes, episode 53. I told you guys last week that 52 meant that was actually technically the 1 year, but we're gonna kind of do a little fun thing this next week for a 1 year kind of celebration, kicking off, I guess, what's gonna be season 2 of Xbox Ultimate Podcast.
We have a thing?
Yeah. Well, on Anchor or whatever, when you're posting, it says season numbers. So hey, why not make this season 2? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Right. But hey, everybody, thank you for being here. Lots of awesome people already in the chat, ready to hang out and have some fun. I've already been having a little bit of fun before we got started. So is 3-Bit. So is Lady. So this is gonna be an interesting show.
I'm starting.
You're starting. Yeah, and you're starting as well.
I always am. So I mean, it's not like you're. I don't think there's much difference here for me.
Fun. Hey.
Yeah.
But super appreciate everybody that's been here hanging out, ready for the show to get started, and we have an amazing panel as always. Psychonauts is still out of town. If he gets his stuff situated, he's gonna hop in here and join us for a little bit. If not, then that's okay too. We love you, dude. Super appreciate you, and you were missed, but I hope you're still having fun there in Florida. But to announce the panel of this podcast that is celebrating 1 year in existence, going to start now with first in my heart, my lovely wife, Kaitlin. Hey, baby, how's it going?
Hey, it's going good. Guess what, guys? That does not carry over into season 2.
That doesn't?
First in my heart.
Oh, you guys do something else?
Okay. What are we replacing it with?
But that's up to you.
Okay, I'll come up with something different.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, you may be asking for first in my heart again. We'll see.
First in my pants. It'll work.
I would take that instead.
It's probably true. Let's be real.
You will never know. Then we also have the absolutely amazingly British extraordinary AssassinLupa. How's it going?
It's going absolutely amazing. I'm going to have a blast tonight. I hope you're all going to come with me.
I'll come with
you. Yeah, I'll come with you.
Shout out to Steel Rain in the chat. Shout out to Rand. Shout out to Snakewood, aka Micah, Chris Jones, Cyber, Mario, K-Med. I already said Chris Jones, but I'll say it again. Lil Ray, General C, lots of amazing people hanging out.
Kevin in there.
Yeah.
Did you see what Steel said?
Yeah,
What's up?
It's got to carry over. It's got to carry over.
No, not the first in my heart stuff.
Kevin, Chris.
My mom calls everybody hookers.
You beautiful hookers.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
My sister came over. She thought my sister was here the other day, and person knocked, and she ran. She's in her bathing suit, and she opens the door. She's like, "What's up, hooker?" And it's the fucking Amazon delivery guy.
That's great.
Brother Mike.
And he's like, "How did you know?" And we also have the one and only super fun Lady AF. How's it going, Lady?
I get super fun. That's That's my title. Super
And
fun.
smart.
Oh, no.
Well versed in
Joey,
gaming.
I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be here with Drunk Mav. This is gonna be a fun time. If you guys didn't realize, Mav's a little tipsy, so
What?
but he has crackers, so he'll be okay.
He's got crackers and string cheese.
Mhm.
I have a few
be
crackers. I had some crackers, but I ate them.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay,
We're gonna
all
see
right.
the
Gonna be a
wrappers.
All right. And then we also have the Encyclopedia of Gaming dating back to the very first game ever created. And that is the one and only Pong Soul. What is up, dude?
Hey, it's Friday night. It's a 1-year anniversary. Most of the panel is drinking, so this is going to be absolutely ridiculously fun. So let's get down to it, Map. I don't know what topics we have. I don't even know if we have a topic other than
We have one
talking about
topic.
how awesome this 1 year on Xbox Ultimate it has been. Congratulations, you and Kaitlin, for starting this. Amazing. I'm so glad I'm a part of this, and so glad to be here with you guys tonight. So let's talk. Let's do this.
Happy you're here, man, as always. And speaking of awesomeness is the amazingly talented one and only multi-dimensional 3-bit. What's up, dude?
Everybody gets these cool ass things. I think
Yeah.
it's super fun.
Freaking dimensional. That's awesome. Hey guys, how's it going? We made it 1 year. Look at us. We've done things.
Look at us. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
I've only been here for like 3 months, so I
For
just
3 months. Yeah.
It feels like the whole time though.
yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's
Has
a
it been only
journey.
3 months? No, it's been longer than that.
Oh, since March. May, June.
Well, that's
Okay,
5 months almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's almost half a year.
Look at you guys and your math. Wow.
Well, actually, yeah.
Actually,
Actually,
Yeah, it's been a good 1 year. Everybody in chat, you guys are awesome. Thank you for coming, and everybody on the panel. I love you guys. So let's get into the show.
yeah, man. There is going to be a topic. Before we get into that, we got an awesome, amazing, WoW super chat from my dude Snakewood, channel member, aka Micah Ford. Micah, thank you so much. He says, "Here's to a great 1 year anniversary podcast, guys and gals." Yeah, dude, you're absolutely incredible. So thank you,
Micah.
as well. So, what I kind of wanted to go with this show, it's been who is this gonna work? Hold on, guys. We may have a drop in here from our 7th magnificent member. Let's see if it works. Psycho. Oh, Psycho is connecting to audio. We'll see
Psycho,
if he can
you
get in
hear
here.
us? Psycho's on the moon right now.
Psy-
everybody, so
Psychonauts, can you hear us?
Hello.
Yes.
how's the moon, brother?
Woo!
And the 7th member of the Magnificent Seven is none other than the mellow fellow from outer space. And right now he's the mellow fellow in Florida, is Psychonauts. Thanks for managing to figure out a way how to be here, dude.
Yeah, fucking A, guys. I miss you motherfuckers.
We missed you
And
too.
I can't wait to get into fucking today because it's a special occasion.
Heck yeah. Are you going to be
So-
able to be here for the whole thing, you think? Or are you just dropping in for a little bit? Or how's this going to go?
I think I'm gonna stay for the whole thing. So
Right on, dude. Heck yeah, man. Hey,
Yeah.
the Magnificent Seven here for the 1 year anniversary special. It's absolutely awesome, dude. So, guys, we have had a year, right? There is the main topic that I want to get into in a little bit is a look back with Xbox over the past year. Because not only has things changed dramatically on this show and on this podcast and grown for the better, but also Xbox has. Because if you look back to kind of where things were when we started the show, things were very different, right? For one thing, when I started this show and the channel, I was just talking by myself, right? And not really knowing what I was doing, trying to figure out how to do a podcast because I love podcasting, or I always wanted to do a podcast, and I thought it'd be something I would love, right? People had said I should do one like about sports or something, and decided to do this because this is my true love is gaming, right? And Xbox is my number one preference with how I game, right? So I decided to start that, and what it has turned into has been absolutely surprising, right? I never thought that sitting here 1 year later would we be having a chat with 38 awesome people here right now, with 6 other amazing people besides me here hanging out to talk about this stuff, and also have like channel members and 1,600 something subscribers and all this stuff. It's like my mind is blown with this, because this was just something that was going to be like a hobby to have fun with, you know what I mean? And that still is. It still is. But wow, is it better than I ever thought it could be, and more than I ever imagined. And it's because of the chat, it's because of you guys, it's because of all the other podcasts in the community, it's for all the friends on Twitter, it's for everybody out there, but most importantly, it's because of these motherfuckers right here, right? Because when we went from like episode 15 to 16, I was like, okay, yeah, gonna do this live thing, right? And then ended up having my wife on for the first live episode, because hey, I was too chicken shit to invite anybody because I didn't want anybody to say no, and also I didn't know how it was gonna go. So if my wife joins me, then hey, everything's okay, right? Everything's all gravy. We did that episode, we got good response, kind of started getting comfortable with it, and then the next week we decided to have some guests, you know. And who none other than 3-Bit to join in on that episode. And that was absolutely insane. That was episode 16, right? And then he kept coming back, you know, I kept asking him back because I liked him so much. And then we ended up, Lupa was on that show. The very first episode. Yeah. You were one of our first guests too. Mm-hmm. And then we ended up having 3-Bit back every week. Lupa came back a couple times, and we ended up having what formed to be a small panel that grew into Pong, then Lady, who had come on a few times, and then Psychonauts, and then we've been.
No, went Psycho and then me.
Oh,
sorry.
No, that's cool. I don't mind being corrected.
I've got to do some math right. Psycho and I came on at like almost the same time, like 1 week apart.
Yeah, I think it's like between episode 27 and 32 or something, and we kind of did that, and then you guys been here pretty much every week for whenever you can, and it's like just this amazing thing that I look forward to every week, just to hang out and have fun. So 100% thank you to this amazing panel for making this show and something I never thought it could be. So 3-Bit, thank you.
What?
Kate's away right now, but Kate, thank you. Lady, thank you. Pong, thank you. Psycho, thank you. Lupa, thank you. You guys are all absolutely amazing.
I wasn't ready for felt stuff, so you'll have to like give me a minute to like get into like emotional character, because too much for me. No, I'm happy to be here. I'm excited. I love being here with you guys. You guys are a fucking blast. So always a joy.
Yeah, Rand says, isn't Pong on like every podcast?
Yeah, I saw that.
Hey, we were the second. We were the second. Yep, okay, so we hold a special place in his heart, or I like to pretend.
I helped Pong get on his first, so that was
you did.
Did you? What's the story with that? You have them get on Shop, or
I went on an episode of the Shop, and then I told Blam, I'm like, hey, like there's this awesome dude in chat, he needs to be on a show, and then he followed through and did it.
Yeah, because PTK put it out there on Twitter, and then 3-Bit had hit him up on Twitter too and put it out there publicly and said, hey, why don't you have Pong on? And I was like, what?
Because you would just always be in the chat. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, and I always like valued your opinions, even in the chat, you know. So
appreciate you,
I hit
brother.
him up, and yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, I didn't even know, you know,
You didn't know
that story.
Yeah.
I know that lady had been podcasting like off and on for a long time. She's been on Gaming Beyond the Box for a while now, you know, and she had Destiny podcasts and some other podcasts and stuff, you know.
Yes, I did a lot of pre-recorded stuff, so
Mm-hmm.
and then some guesting and stuff, so that was always fun. Live shows are a little different arena here, but it's fun. You guys make it easy.
Yeah. What's different about it? Just the fact that you have no redos, or
yeah, you don't have redos. First off, that's a big one. When you get drunk, you can't just scrap the whole thing.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, oh, that's a bad show. We're not doing that. We're not going to put that one out. We'll just re-record tomorrow. That's a big thing. But other than that, like, yeah, and just being able to be like, oh, wait, hold on. Let me, double check that. Let me make sure this is right. Being able to, like, when you're on, you have to go with the flow. There's no, hold on, stop. Because, like, Tinks and I, like, we go back and forth a lot, and I'll be like, hold up. Let me double check what's happening right now, because that's not right. And we'd always call each other out. And then I think we would usually record for like 3 hours, and then we'd put out like 2-hour-long episodes. So we'd cut out a lot of bullshit. So,
when I was trying to do it by myself, you know how many times I've like just stopped and like deleted it? Like I was like, okay, babe, I'm going to go upstairs and record the podcast. Like 8 hours later, I come downstairs, I'm done. And it's like a 45-minute thing. You know, like it's just
like Randall just said in the chat. That's so true, though. Like Randall just said, videos are way different beats compared to live shows. Yeah, just because when you're focused on a video, you're focused on like the editing, making sure there's no ums or ahs, and when you're live, you're just sort of going for it and hoping for the best.
Yeah. What's crazy is like
are big.
I feel like Pong is like such a good podcaster, and he didn't ever like start doing this until, you know, like with Shop and with us, you know, and he just caught everybody's attention. It's like, who is this guy that knows everything? You know, he can sit there and talk for 15 minutes straight about a game, you know, like nonstop. It's a talent, dude. Seriously though. So you bring a lot to every show that you're on.
There's a lot of talented people though. A lot. Like everybody's talented. Like there's like crazy. We've seen how many new people show up just in this past year, right?
A lot.
Show up on the scene and absolutely blow it out of the water, man. I mean, this community is crazy. Whether it's artists, whether it's writers, whether it's creators, whatever the case may be, man, this community is filled.
Yeah.
Shockingly enough, we have a hobby that is all creative, but man, it's insane how many people there are out there just with that natural ability.
Yeah, Psychonauts started. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lupa.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, yeah, without this amazing community and the wonderful people in chat, we wouldn't be anything. So we have to give a big shout out to everyone who comes
100%.
and drops in our podcast. We love you all. You're awesome.
Yeah. Chat has been absolutely incredible. I mean, like, it just a lot of people that have come here every week, you know, and hang out and just kind of get involved with the conversation. Right now we're sitting here just talking about ourselves and the chat's still going off, you know what I mean? The chat is absolutely incredible. They got Mike, NLG, Tony Grasso is in here, Back from Dead, Fuzzy, just so many freaking awesome people. The Hellboy, so you guys all rock. Like Psychonauts got into podcasting, like one of the reasons was because of this, hanging out with each other and everything, and he kind of talked about wanting to do his own thing at some point and everything. We had a conversation, and he was good like with talking, you know what I mean, and he's got that voice, you know. I think he should be on more shows.
Oh yeah.
Got those mellow tones.
Fully agree. No, it's just crazy. I was just like today. I was with Dread on Breaking Bread with Dread, and we were talking
nice.
about that, and it's just crazy how literally last year, like, what was I doing? I was just sitting there watching podcasts, and here we are a year later. I'm freaking on 3 shows, and it's just an my own channel, and it's insane, and just blessed with everyone out there, and all you guys that has supported myself and just everyone in the community. It's just been phenomenal, and I love it. We're a family, and we don't say it because I love you guys.
Heck yeah, dude. And Lupa is like one of the top members in this community as well, and like just having her here is like she knows everybody. Like somehow, like Lupa knows every freaking person like out there, right? In this community, in one way or another. And she's been. I think like one thing that I love about you, Lupa, is like when you talk about games, like just the passion for it comes through because you have this like lifelong passion,
Yeah, for sure. I absolutely love games. I've no ulterior motive. I'm never going to create. I'm never going to stream. You're never going to see this ugly mug. But I can talk games. That's about what I can do.
Yeah.
I gotta say too, like the members of the community though, like the guys who were established here, like how welcoming.
Oh my gosh.
Almost all of them to a T. Like Rand. I mean, Rand's sitting in our chat right now. All these guys that just will help you in any way, shape, or form, and just welcome you with open arms. It's again, I never thought a community like this existed. I say that all the time, and I can't believe I found it, and I can't believe I found all of you, and just the great people that are here. That's what makes all of these shows, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, Rand gave us a shout out today, even on his show.
Yeah,
right. You know what I mean? Just things like that. He has a lot of people watching. He has one of the more popular shows. I would consider his show mainstream at this point. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
So yeah, absolutely awesome people out there.
Awesome person.
We do have a $5 super chat from another awesome person, Lil Ray at CMBR. Thanks, dude. It says, I probably have to jump off soon, unfortunately, but thank you to everyone on the show. You create a great space to hang out and have fun with fellow gamers. Dude, that's 100% what it's all about. That's why the channel got started. My wife didn't actually anticipate having to be involved with this in any kind of way, but I kind of forced her into it, and I'm glad I did.
The first few weeks, I was like, I think I'm gonna dip out now, babe.
Yeah, yeah. She was saying that because she doesn't take a lot of these topics as like she doesn't care about a lot of the random topics that I like obsess over. You know what I mean? That's completely fine. But she plays games and she has.
Not that I don't care necessarily. It's just that I just don't have the knowledge that you guys do.
Neither do I. I just talk out my ass a lot.
No,
I talk out of somewhere else.
Did you talk from the washer? Are you podcasting from the washer right now, Lupa?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
what's that noise in the background?
Washer makes too much noise, so it's the dryer today.
Oh, okay. Mixing it up, literally.
Gotta keep it fresh, baby.
Well, again, thank you guys in chat for like an amazing year for the channel and for our show, because this show is kind of like our baby. I think it's like one I want to keep growing and and have fun with for the long haul and see just like I said in episode 1. Hey, we'll see what this turns into, but I'm not going to stop. So. I'm
so sad I missed everything y'all talked about.
Hey, it's okay, baby. You can watch it back.
I win the dumbass award of the night because I spilt my entire drink.
Are you serious?
Oh, that's
no
like
party
foul, yo.
What did you
all my 3 shots of vodka, all my ice, like all over my computer desk.
Oh, shit.
At least it's not on your computer, right?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
A little bit of it went on my keyboard, but
that's right. Just shake it off.
That's what I did.
Yeah, just shake it.
You're right.
That's right. Mav will flog you later.
Flog?
Flog?
Flog. It's like a paddle. Like a flog you. It's a kink. It's a kink, Kate.
Yeah.
He spanks me all day anyway, so
there we go.
Oh.
It's true. If I walk by, it's instant. It's just a natural reaction. Can't help it.
Got to.
So it happens. She
I have
likes
to
it.
say, Rand is not nobody. Rand, you're a
Yes.
really valuable
no.
part of this community, and we love you.
Yeah.
An,
Who's
an
Rand?
ambassador more than just for Xbox.
Lady.
I'm just being an
Um,
asshole, Rand. I'm just being an
Yeah,
ass.
and there's like Boom, you know, like just
Yeah,
so let me get before we get into the main topic, I want to give a
The
shout out to
Lords.
Everybody is so fucking nice.
Yeah.
Like the good ones.
yeah.
There's a few bad apples
There's a few
around.
bad apples, but like
There's some
NLG,
assholes out there.
They're on the
NLG,
rim.
Double Barrel Gaming, you know, you got fucking you know, Xbox 2,
ILP.
Iron Lords, you know, you got 4GQ TV, you got RDX, you got
RDX.
Retro Renegades, you know, you got TXR. I mean,
Gaming
geez,
After
I
Dark.
don't Gaming Beyond the Box,
GTV.
you know, Gaming Beyond the
Gaming
Box,
After
Gaming
Dark.
After Dark, you know,
The list goes on.
yeah. There's I'm trying not to leave anybody
shout
out.
to Boom, because if it wasn't for Boom, you know, I basically messaged Boom when I had 1 follower on Twitter, and I was like, hey, I would like to be on your show, essentially. And he put me on, and then invite me as a member of Xbox Factor. And if it wasn't for Boom, I wouldn't have met all the incredible people in this community, like everybody in this panel right now. I wouldn't have met if it wasn't for Boom. So I always try to give shout out to Boom for sure. Like, love you, Boom. Thanks for putting me on your show and inviting me into the community, and I get to meet people like you. So this is one of the shows. It's a special show, so it's like, you know, we're all just sort of going through all the memories and stuff of all the things we've been through. It's been a
like
long
3-Bit
year.
Pony, you know, and
3-Bit
Memory.
right.
I like the first thing we got onto him about was the train, though.
yeah,
it was a train.
Woo,
That's
woo.
on my channel.
because
I gotta
3-Bit said he
pull that
likes to
up.
run trains.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Mav
Little
and I.
known fact about our 3-bit.
Yeah. 3-bit straight baller. What?
Oh, that was so
He
funny.
said that.
We were in chat.
I wasn't even thinking about it. Like,
Mav
he
and
said
I were
something
dying
like
in chat.
that was freaking funny.
Yeah. I want to see your podcast come back too. But I know
It'll
it's
be
like
back,
you got
yeah.
so much stuff going, you know. It's
Yeah, it's
crazy.
hard. It's hard. It'll be back though. It'll be back.
That's what she said. What?
What? Huh?
And
What was
I saw somebody said this show's gone left a few times. Yeah, it's gone left
Yeah.
a few times. That's
You?
okay.
Yeah.
Like
It's about to go
it's
left
about
tonight. What are you talking
it's
about?
about fun.
Yeah. Yeah. it's gonna be a thing.
But just like this show, with Xbox, since we started the show, like, hey, it's been if you look at today, with all of these games that are coming out in a short span, with the holiday lineup that we have coming up, with the acquisitions that have been made, with the evolution of Game Pass, with Xbox Live multiplayer going free to play for free to play games, with the numbers in subscriptions going up, with the E3 that they had, with the Halo Infinite Flight absolutely killing it, and Halo is no longer something people are necessarily worrying about, instead hyped about. A lot has changed in 1 year.
Yeah.
It's been maybe the best momentum year for Xbox in a long time. Maybe you can go back to like early 360 days, you know, with a lot of the games and a lot of the deals they're making and exclusives coming out back to back, you know. But, you know, this turnaround we've seen it coming. Like me and Pong actually had a lot of talks about this like early on. We've seen this coming, and we're seeing it like full force. But they didn't just do the stuff that me and Pong were talking about before. They went and acquired like ZeniMax and Bethesda. You know, like these are things that are are pretty crazy to think about just from 1 year ago. Nobody would have been saying this stuff, right? We were wondering about, is Halo Infinite going to be okay at launch in 2020? That's the kind of stuff we were talking about a year ago, right? So what is the biggest moment you think from Xbox in the past year? We'll go with Kate. I'm curious what she would say to this. You're on mute, baby.
I feel like she's gonna kick your ass for going to her.
Yeah,
first.
she is.
Can you repeat the question?
No,
I wasn't listening.
Are you serious? Okay.
I'm sorry. I was reading Rick saying I looked fabulous as usual. So okay.
And Rick was scared you were gonna time him out, Mav.
Hey, Rick, you're good, man.
Like when we
We've
first
had our
met
brush.
Rick Payne. Like when we first met Rick.
Because he asked a million times, "Are you actually married?
Yeah.
Are you really married?"
Falling out of his head.
Yeah, funny story
Oh
from
my
one,
god,
from
I
our 1 year
remember
chat.
that. Oh,
Yeah, Chad, just so you
wow.
know, behind the scenes from our 1 year, just because it is what it is.
So you can know who Rick
Payne,
Payne really is.
Yeah, Rick
Yeah.
Payne first started showing up in our chats, and one night
He
he
was
was asking.
in love.
He was asking Kaitlin all these questions, so Mav finally started timing him out. It was the greatest thing ever.
We love you,
Yeah.
Rick.
Yeah, we love
We
Rick
love
Payne.
Yeah, you're great.
So
It's like, hey, Rick, there's
funny.
other people.
Yeah, I was like, hey, there's other people on the show besides Kate, right, Rick? Yeah.
Let me have this, okay?
Yeah, you can have it.
I can? Cool.
No, well, it depends on what it is we're talking about. So the question was, baby.
Yeah.
What, like, the Xbox had a killer like last year, like, what do you think the biggest moment was for Xbox in the past 1 year?
The release of the new consoles. Duh.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Kind of where I would have went. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's, I mean,
I mean, if you're
Yeah.
saying more than a year, then I'd say Game Pass.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say next. Is how much Game Pass has grown,
Yeah.
and I feel like nobody can fucking make an argument against Game Pass now.
that's true.
It's
I have heard a lot
$24.
less of that. I've heard less of it. Now it's, instead of people in the gaming community or on Twitter trying to make cases against it, it's now they're just like retweeting stuff that executives say. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like, oh, see, like this thing I said a long time ago might have some validity because this executive says that they don't want to bring them to Game Pass on day one. Like, okay. Right? Like
It's just like letting people try so many things that they probably never would have tried otherwise.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Yep.
That's a good one. What about you, lady?
honestly, I am like right there on par with Kate. I think like the consoles, like that was a big one. I mean, it's something we all knew was happening. It was coming last year in the fall when we actually got the info drop for it. That was big news. Not just one, but two options right at launch. The digital, the difference in how they looked was a big one to me. Like, you know, when it comes to PlayStation, there's not big difference between the digital and the full one. But with Xbox, I wasn't expecting two totally different looking consoles personally.
Yeah, you have a Series S too, right?
I do. I have a Series S. Yeah.
And you're enjoying it like no.
It's my
like,
speaker.
Yeah.
I order chalupas out of it when I get really drunk. Nobody ever shows up at chalupas. I don't know. No, yeah, I enjoy it. I can't wait to get an X though. Like eventually I'll get it. I'm hoping like after Christmas this year when they become more readily available, I'll pick up the X and then the S is gonna go to the boys, the children. So
yeah.
It'll be good. But no, other than that, yeah, like Game Pass just being on the mark. I want to say E3 this year. I think that was the best E3 Xbox has put on for a long time. I think that was like a big thing for them. I think they've listened to us as a community over the past few years and what we want to see from them when it comes to these digital events or these, you know, events in general, and they're really hitting the ball with that. So I think that's a big one for me, is this they're listening, they're communicating with us on Twitter, social media, they're out there. So I think that's like kind of Xbox's biggest win right now, is just how interactive they are with the community and how they're listening and doing stuff that we want them to do.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I see a few people in the chat making a good point. The Microsoft acquiring Bethesda.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Was a big moment.
Wow. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying there's just multiple
guess.
you can actually pick from, right?
That's
crazy.
the easy one.
They've had a great year for sure.
Yeah. And not just Bethesda, but ZeniMax. I mean, that made the mark, right? That told everybody that they were serious. If you didn't believe they were serious before, that said, hey, we're here and we're here to play, and we're not messing around anymore. We're not gonna kind of just tiptoe around this industry anymore. We are here and we're gonna make our mark, and this is our generation to show that. And that's exactly what, really, really put it on the on the map. That was the spot. So
another thing, Pong, is like it's already showing with like adding, right? Not just with the stable of games they've already had, but like and the ones we knew about. This year they already announced 2 more new exclusives. Yeah. Right. Or 1 more with Redfall. Right. So, it's already paying dividends with the games that we have upcoming, and then we've heard about other ones that are being made that they haven't announced yet as well. Right. Several. So it's pretty crazy.
There's a rumor today they're actually opening up a new studio to start working on old IP. To remaster.
Like Quake, maybe?
Or other Microsoft IPs.
Microsoft, well, it's crazy because when you think about Bethesda, it doesn't have to be just Bethesda IPs anymore or ZeniMax IPs. It can be anything from Xbox.
Can you imagine Bethesda just picking up some like old Microsoft IPs? That would be kind of legit. Never really thought about that.
What would be like your number 1 old Xbox IP?
They could do a really good job with Shadowrun, actually. Dude. And then get the developers of Dishonored.
3-bit, guess what?
What's up?
I was the one who was always on Shadowrun, and I did some homework, and they actually sold the IP back to the original creator.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Yep, they gave up that. They actually don't own the Shadowrun IP.
Wow. I thought I had looked it up and I thought they did. I guess I was wrong.
It's listed underneath their IPs on Wikipedia and everything, but I went back and I looked, and they actually did wind up giving it back to the original because it was one of the I forget the guy's name. I can't believe I'm blanking right now. Anyways, the original developer. Yeah, and that was one of Phil, and Phil during one of his interviews actually mentioned FASA and said it was one of his biggest regrets that they lost them. And they're now under, I can't remember who they're under, but they're under somebody else. So the Shadowrun IP is off the table. I know.
They were also Mechasult, Crimson Skies.
Yep. Correct.
I was gonna say Crimson Skies. That was kind of gonna be my thing. I'm like, what if like Bethesda took that over and made it more like RPG, kind of like fighter pilot, like whatever, like kind of airplane. I just think that would be kind of a rad thing. I don't know.
I have a couple.
Go for it.
Yeah. Where's that? Go for it.
The first one is the accessibility program, the Xbox adaptive controller. I think that was an awesome innovation, and they're doing so much more to help disabled people. And the second thing is back comp. Without back comp, where would we be?
Yeah. They've really doubled down on it with the launch of the new consoles. You know what I mean? Because it's not just like, hey, these games are playable now on next-gen consoles. We're making the games better on next-gen consoles, which was something new because you used to have to pay for that shit. Right? Like now we're not having to rebuy games. They're improving them for us as we move forward with technology, which also makes you think about everything I'm buying now. And if they keep this mindset and everything, like all these games that we're buying now in the future may be better, right? With new hardware, because they're keeping that PC mentality. Like Flight Sim is incredible. I can't even believe it's on consoles. But can you think about playing that like on whatever the next Xbox is, if they boost that or upgrade it or whatever they can do, you could get 4K 120 in Flight Sim potentially one day on consoles, like come on now. This is crazy to think about.
I mean, it's a labor of love back comp as well. They do it for love. They don't do it for profit or anything. It's just that they want to keep history alive, and all the new children that will be playing those games that we played, say, 10, 15 years ago and loving them brings more into the ecosystem. So I think it's really a good thing. And they don't charge $10 for it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Or 70 behind
Or
a paywall
70,
of DLC.
exactly. Yeah.
Psychonauts, what's your biggest moment?
Well,
you think?
It's more for me. The biggest thing to take away from Xbox's generation for me is that Microsoft learned from their mistakes during the Xbox One era, and that they're all and they're all in it now, and with the backing of Microsoft, and they're just you're seeing that juggernaut that is Xbox with the backing of Microsoft, with the ZeniMax deal, and everything that they're doing, like Lupa was saying with the adaptive controller, like no one's really going, with the game market. They're not going out of their way for disabled gamers, and Xbox is like, why don't we, there's people that want to play and they don't have the ability because they can't use a normal controller, so they came out with the adaptive controller. Xbox has changed the market and the gaming landscape to a whole different level now, that they're setting themselves up for the future and the long haul in the gaming industry. And it's just great to see that they're doing right moves. They're doing the positive, they're doing everything right, it just seems like. And it's great to see that they're taking it serious, and that they're just want to give the gamers an experience that other consoles are not giving us, with Game Pass, and not paying for upgrades with FPF boost and audio HDR, all these other things and like quick resume. It's those little things that they're doing that are changing how we look at gaming, and it's just an experience. It's phenomenal, and and I just love it. Xbox is killing it so far. So
yeah. And real quick before we keep moving on with this, I want to get to this super chat from an awesome dude, Mario Loya, who's also a podcaster getting started podcasting, guys. So check him out. Check out his channel. He's starting much like I did and trying to grow and learn while he's doing it. Is awesome guy. He says with a $5 super chat, about to head out and finish grading some homework. Very proud of this show. Thank you, Mav, especially for being so helpful to me. Thanks, big brother. Well, thanks, dude.
That's so sweet.
That's sweet of you, dude.
Sweet.
Anytime, guys, and that goes for anybody. Like one of the surprising things for me, like since I started doing this, was actually getting DMs from people actually asking for like advice on how to start a podcast, or like how to do like an OBS thing or like a video. And I don't mind helping anybody, even though I'm a novice myself. Everything I've learned from watching YouTube videos and asking a few questions here and there as well. So, but shout out to you, dude. And shout out to Asa in the chat. How's it going?
Asa.
Game On Daily, another one.
That was one that we didn't mention before. Gets such an amazing show. Gaz and Asa are just freaking
Green
awesome.
Pass Gaming, all the guys across the
midweek
ocean.
mix up, dude.
Yep,
oh
midweek mix up. Yep, Green Pass Gaming, all those guys. Yep, just fantastic. Oh,
Evan's here from Backlog Pod.
Backlog.
Yep, Backlog. Yep.
Yep. And then what's crazy is
this community is amazing.
Yeah, it is crazy. You see, like Colt has a podcast now, which he didn't have one when we started doing this, X&C, and it's like he's having like freaking huge industry people and stuff on there and everything already. Like, so many awesome shows. Did we even mention RDX?
Yes,
we did.
The Xbox podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. We $5 super chat from Chris Jones. Thank you, sir. He says, you are all amazing and some of my favorites. I thank you for allowing me to be part of you all. Also, Lupa face reveal and casino game. That's true, guys. All right. We all have an image burned in our heads now of Lupa because of the casino game that we're playing. What's it? Four Kings? And her creative character. You know, her creative character that she's walking around with now is in our imagination now, AssassinLupa, and
so she's a spicy redhead,
right there, baby.
So she's a spicy redhead.
Right in there.
Yep.
No, she's a ginger.
I'm a ginger minger. My thatch matches my rug, and that's perfectly fine.
Oh my gosh!
Didn't see that coming.
That was one of those lefts. That was a left.
That was a left.
And shout out to Lord Ruffness as well with a $5 super chat. And he says, the way Xbox ecosystem is as easy as breathing. How simple was it to unplug your old console and set up your Series X or S and not lose game saves? Oh my gosh. I had a rant about this last week from the other side. But yeah, you don't even have to change your power cord. You know, like you just like leave your HDMI, your power cord, everything. You just, hey, old box out, put new box there, plug in, turn on, install a game. It's pretty crazy to think about where the competition is, like as far as compatibility and making things accessible and easy. And the Xbox kind of just feels alive when you're playing it. Like the one thing I always referred to with Xbox Live when I was explaining to people like looking to get into like gaming or whatever, is like, hey, like Xbox Live is like feels like a thing that it's you can actually turn on your Xbox and you can enjoy the experience without even necessarily playing a game. You know what I mean? It's pretty crazy to think you can do that, but you can. You know, like I can look around the storefront, you send messages, you got the activity feed, you know, like this right there. You got the achievement stuff to look through. You got your reward systems, you know. You got the Insider app. There's so much stuff to do. It's like a big interactive experience. And then you got the games. So that they're hitting the nail on the head with a lot of this with
quality of life,
quality of life services. Yep. So that's a very good call out. 3-Bit, what was your biggest Xbox moment from the past year?
Probably Bethesda. Just the whole thing. When the whole Bethesda acquisition happened, I remember a lot of PlayStation channels was saying that you know, it would happen on the PlayStation side of things, and I remember how big it's still like a shock to me that Microsoft owns like everything. It shook the industry. You know, it did shake the industry, and if I had to like pick one moment, that would probably be it. But there was like a lot of cool moments in between that for sure, where we got to see what Microsoft is capable of, and with what Lady was kind of hinting on with like the community and how they're very interactive, comparing it to Nintendo and Sony. Like they'll respond to you on Twitter with different things. Like Phil recently responded to something I posted I thought was really funny, just like a flight sim thing.
Had to get that out there, didn't you?
I had to, because it brings my point, right? It brings my point though that like a lot of people at Xbox are very involved with like the people in the community, and I think that's just really cool. And it feels like, especially when they brought the gold situation, when Microsoft was trying to increase the price of gold, and they reversed it within 24 hours, right?
On our show,
like, that's the biggest memory from the past year for me on the show. It was amazing.
Pong, you read that. You're like, breaking news, everybody.
Yeah,
because we had just gotten done ranting for like an hour about this.
Yeah, we were wrapping up the show.
Yeah, and stuff like that. It just you know, it's good that it feels like they're listening, you know, despite them being a $1 billion company, a $1 trillion company, 2 trillion I think now.
Yes, 2 trillion.
yeah, I thought that was a really cool moment. But Bethesda for sure. If that's like pick one, Bethesda. And then secondary, them listening to the community, and then E3 for sure. It was in there. Like that was the best E3 I think Xbox has had. Maybe ever. I think they really hit it on the nose with like all the different games they showed, and it's like we all needed a break.
Psycho.
Okay.
Is that a good drink?
I'm glad I'm not the only one hearing Psycho.
Really enjoyed that.
What is that?
Wow.
He's filming a Coke commercial right on the air.
Yeah. Advertising.
Oh,
for
sorry,
Coke,
guys. I didn't think you guys heard it.
Oh yeah, we heard
No,
it.
that's great, man. It sounds refreshing.
was
What
so
are you
good.
having?
That sounded really good.
Yeah, we've never
Oh,
heard you eating on
um,
Xbox Live. This is so weird.
Oh, of course you
go.
haven't.
I was
He's
I
the
was
bane in my
having
ear
a-
hole.
Yeah, well, you know,
Yeah.
I was having a Florida sweet tea, so
Ooh, does it have orange in it?
Yeah, what's different about a Florida sweet tea and a regular sweet tea?
Does it have bath salts in it?
yeah, it's filled with
It has sea
methamphetamine.
salt in it.
No, it's just I don't know. It just tastes a little different than
It's
know.
always
the
better
sweet
when
teas
you're
up in
Oh,
on
geez,
Ohio,
man.
so-
holiday. Then you get back and you try and recreate it, and it's like, nah.
Yeah, I think it's
Now-
the water.
Now look what you did, Psycho. Now Mav's got to go get his animal crackers. See? Oh, look.
God.
That was for the 1 year. I got it.
Sorry, chat. Yeah, Mav's having his 150-year-old animal crackers.
Is that the same animal crackers that we've been seeing?
Yeah, dude. It's the fucking same ones. All right.
The flavor doesn't
Jesus.
change though, because they already taste like
Nah.
shit.
It's still-
Cardboard can't be improved upon.
Yeah. It's sawdust compressed into animal shapes.
Sue me, I love them. Shout out to. Oh, I need some of your drink. Shout out to Indie Gamer. Another great podcast host. Who has an amazing show, the Indie Games Podcast. I can't talk. right now.
NLG, the brothers.
Is that
Yeah.
not just the munchies, though, Mav?
Yeah, I got a little bit of the munchies.
Yeah.
Did I stop by Texas?
No. Um,
You brought that mellow feeling to the panel.
so as far as like has everybody given theirs yet? The moment.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I jumped in with ZeniMax first, so yeah, for sure. Because that would be my number one too.
Yeah.
So that was
So-
easy. Yeah.
I was the reason, like, I feel like there's several big moments, right? Like there was E3, ZeniMax. There was the reversal of that Xbox Live thing that happened. You know, there was other ones. I don't remember everything. We just
The
ran through some.
Revelation, the
But-
Halo Infinite
Yeah,
was good.
yeah, that was a huge one. You know.
The Series S leak that turned into one of the best
Mhm.
Yeah.
recoveries by a social team ever.
Oh, that was a
Social media
huge
Yeah.
team.
one.
Right?
Yeah, that was. Yep.
Yeah, they turned that into a huge thing. They were like trending like everywhere for that.
They won an award.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But for me, it was probably E3.
Okay.
Now, and here's
E3
why:
is good.
because they just completely like there was no like
They nailed it.
they could have been the only ones there, and nobody would have been able to tell the difference.
They practically were.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There
Pretty
was
much.
like Gearbox, Ubisoft, it's Square Enix, and some other companies that took part in this, but Xbox gave enough for everybody to be satisfied. You know what I mean? Like, and they didn't just steal the show, they just killed it with amazing pace and content to the point where everybody, and I feel like a lot of people that had been still kind of like, oh, I'm still not sold, all of a sudden jumped across that line and went and tried to get an Xbox after that E3. Because even though like they had been doing a lot of good things, there's still some naysayers out there. But when they saw Forza Horizon 5 and they saw Halo Infinite multiplayer, are you walking up the stairs, Psycho?
Oh no, I'm outside.
Okay.
Is it picking up everything?
Yes, Psycho.
Fuck! So you can hear Jiminy Cricket right now that I'm taking
Right?
it.
No, I can't hear the crickets right
This
now.
is the Psycho
Oh.
Adventure
Yeah.
podcast.
I love it. I was just wondering what that sound was. But they just completely turned a lot of people's minds around about Xbox with that show, because they brought the graphics, they brought the variety, they had new game announcements, and they didn't stop. And another reason is just for memory purposes wise, like having that moment to actually be able to do something like that as like a content creator or whatever, like on a show, and have my friends here, like together watching that with people that give a shit as much as I do. Like that was so much freaking fun, dude.
We had a blast, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Pong's like visor
Yes, I was about
stuff,
to say.
you know.
Look at the visor.
I should say Pong was my favorite part of
Yeah.
Yeah.
three.
That was like so funny.
Just a big kid.
I agree with Indy. Devolver hit out the park as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Devolver
Yeah.
was good, but
Devolver
Devolver
did
does
good.
good every year. I
They
feel
do.
like
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
showcase every year is pretty good. I think they just stay
Yeah.
on tune. It's always like a comedic kind of relief that's needed in those shows. I feel like so.
I just feel like Xbox was that E3 was that they already had momentum, but it was that like, okay, we're not playing around thing. It was that like boost. It just completely took them from like a 8 to like 11. It was just like
I rated it a 10, and I
Yeah.
kept it.
Yeah.
Me
And like
too.
Lord Ruffness said, they
Yeah.
brought out the exclusive
yeah.
And I think they
nonstop
took
to make
on
that
board-
clear.
I think they took on board everything the community said that they wanted from an experience showcase
Yeah.
as well.
For
That
sure.
that was the big thing for me, is that we'd all been complaining about how lackluster they were and how boring they were and how fed up we were. And I think they took that on board and they changed it around very well.
There was no letting up on that show.
No, it was
Five-
awesome.
$5 super chat from Chris Jones. Again, thank you, sir. So many big things this year. One of the big things he thought was that he was extremely happy for Paris getting to host that Xbox show. Yeah, that was awesome. And another example of Xbox going out to community. That's not the first time they actually did that. I remember when they announced the FPS boost games coming, they went to Colt Eastwood, I think, and allowed him to premiere that. And as some other
Jason
content
Ronald.
creators. Yeah, Jason
Yeah.
Ronald.
Yep.
Just like choosing to even have people in the community be a part of your announcements and your shows and things like that is huge, right? Like they have the FanFest events. Shout out to FanFest with the Halo Infinite shirt that finally came, Psycho.
Yes.
Yeah,
I know,
yours should be
mine's
waiting for you
waiting
when
in
you get
Ohio.
back. Yeah, yours will be waiting for you when you get back. It came today finally. Just like they've been killing it. Like there's still some things that they could do better, right? And they can work on. But it's hard to find a lot of like heavy criticisms right now with Xbox. In fact, it's making some of the competition look bad when necessarily they were just doing the status quo, right? All of a sudden, the status quo isn't acceptable anymore, right? Yeah, there's certain things pale in comparison. What?
Yeah, Xbox definitely killed it.
Yeah.
And I think you and Kaitlin killed it as well with the individual interviews about what we were to expect.
Oh, that was such a fun time.
That was
a good
so
show.
good.
That was
Oh,
all
the-
Mav.
That was probably my most fun thing I got to do, like since doing this. But shout out to all the community creators and stuff that took part in that. Because that was something I wanted to do, but I didn't realize how many people were going to be a part of it, including somebody that's about to hop in here right now.
Oh, He's coming in.
Uh-oh.
Hey, gentlemen, ladies.
Mr. Boomstick.
I recognize that voice. Jeez.
How is everything going? Listen, I could not miss getting on the air for a few minutes to say congratulations on building an audience. I gotta tell you something. You should be proud of yourselves, because like I was saying before, it's hard. It's really hard to build an audience. And if you can do anything for as long as you've been doing it, man, you guys are doing it right. So, you know, I can't stay long because I'm up at 4:45 to go hiking with Mrs. Boom. But I had to pop in here and say, man, congratulations. You guys are, I will say this about your group. When I listen to you, it's like listening to family, and that can't be faked. And I can't say that I'm more prouder than you guys than anybody. You're doing it right.
Thanks, Boom.
Appreciate that, Boom.
That means so much.
Your support for what we're doing is absolutely amazing, and especially coming for you, who has so many awesome shows that like I just can't understand how you're capable of doing all this, because in your show notes and your professionalism through it all, it's funny, how you host
funny
and
you say
everything.
that. This morning, literally, I dropped Mrs. Boom off. I ran home to take apart the room, and I was dripping sweat. Had the whole room cleaned, and I said, you know what? It's 10 minutes to showtime. Let me wash my face. I left everything out, and I did my show for 2 hours, and I went back to housework as soon as I was done. That's my secret.
Hey, you know, like you pull it off, man. One of the people that learned a lot from, including others in the chat too. You know, just lots of awesome people in the community. So. Thank you for that.
Again, I said it in the beginning of the show, but like, you know, if it wasn't for you, dude, I would not be in this panel right now. So thank you so much, dude. It means a lot.
Yeah. Again, you guys support each other. It's great to see the success. And again, what you guys have here can't be faked, right? Like you come here every Friday, and it's like listening to a bunch of family members talk about something that they love, and that's video games. And that is super important. And that's the difference. You see, we've seen a lot of people, look, YouTube is loaded with tons and tons of talent. Some really terrible that do it for clicks, and some that are really great. And it does take a long time to build your brand. I mean, look, perfect example, BitCloud Gaming. Like, that's my brother. We never met in real life, but I consider him like an extension of my family. And on my show, he hit 10K, which was awesome. Oh, wow. Cool. So, you know, I mean, listen, you build your audience, you guys keep doing what you're doing, and it's all roses, man, seriously, because like I said, what you guys have here cannot be faked. And I am glad to have been a small part of getting you out there and pushing your brand. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do with one another. Supposed to, you know, lift each other up. Not everyone thinks that way, but I certainly do, and I'm glad to have helped.
Yeah, you've been a huge support, man. 100%.
That's why you're one of the nicest guys in the community, Mr.
Thanks, Assassin. I appreciate
you've completely
that.
changed my mind about police officers. You know what I mean? I'm just
It's funny. Like, look, trust me when I tell you, unfortunately, law enforcement, the good guys, like, I consider myself a good guy. Like what I did, and I'm not here to toot my own horn. I loved what I did. I wanted to be a cop ever since I was playing with G.I. Joes. Like, that was something that made me want to be a police officer, which is why G.I. Joe is still my favorite toy of all time. Unfortunately, the bad guys get all of the spotlight because they're assholes, right? And that's what happens. And all of the good people that do such amazing work behind the scenes that you never hear about is because for the press, it doesn't sell papers. It doesn't get people to click. And that's unfortunate, but that's a fine compliment. Like I said, you know, I'm changing one mind at a time.
Well, you're awesome. Hey, Boom, before you leave us, I got to get your number one memory from Xbox in the past year.
Oh, let's see. There's a lot. There's a lot to really think about. The one specific thing that comes out, it happened just last weekend, and that is the fever pitch of the fan base that fell in love with Halo all over again. I think that, I mean, there's a lot you can take the last 12 months and say, my God, Game Pass and Phil Spencer and the rest of the team, they were able to put out of 2 systems during COVID, and their social media team has been excellent, and they've been one-upping Sony left and right. But if I have to pick something, it's got to be the relief that 343 must be going through right now. I mean, last weekend, if you recall, there was not one bad post about Halo. Like, everyone that got in was screaming to the top of our lungs that, wow, we're playing Halo. And everyone that didn't was like, I'm saddened that I didn't get in, but I'm so happy for 343. And I think that is what stands out for me. It's a long journey for that team. I have said it numerous times. I would not want to be them trying to make this game, because the world's eyes are on them. But I got to be honest with you, based on a 2-month-old build, I could not stop playing it. It gave me the Halo 3 vibes that I solely missed. Yeah. And man, if that's one thing that I can say that stands out, it's what happened last weekend.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Very good one.
Yeah. And by the way, how was the movie?
It was incredible. I will say this: don't get attached to characters, because my God, it's gory, it's funny, it's probably, I would even dare say that I don't want to say it's better than Guardians of the Galaxy 1. That would be hard to put up with it, but I will say that it's probably the best DC movie yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Over Dark Knight.
I would say, yeah. I would say that it gives any DCEU money a film a run for its money, no doubt.
Okay. Hey, dude.
High praise from Mr. and Mrs. Boomstick.
Heck yeah, man. Well, Boom, thank you for joining us, dude. You're an absolute treasure of the community, and I know you got to get going. Your wife's probably waiting on you right now. So,
we're up at 4:45, and we're out the door by 5:05, and we're doing our 5.5 miles.
Nice. That sounds fantastic. Wow, I'm jealous. I'm like envious of that. I want to go do that. It's probably, what is the weather like at that time of the day up there in New York?
You know what? Tomorrow. We're getting a bit of a heat wave again, so it's gonna be 73. So that's not bad for the morning, but the humidity in New York is awful. So what we're hoping is that we'll get a little bit of a breeze. Last weekend was fabulous. It was 63 when we went out. Nice. It was awesome. Yeah. But you know what? We've gone out in 20 degrees and I've done the hike. So 73, I think we can do.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful.
Got it, Mr.
Awesome, Boom.
And in case anybody, for some reason, that is in the chat doesn't know who Mr. Boomstick or what Double Barrel Gaming is, give a shout out real quick.
Listen there, folks. Mr. Boomstick XL on Twitter. DMs are open. I speak to everybody. I have a ridiculous amount of tweets, over 100,000. There's no reason for that many, but I like tweeting. And if you are interested in hearing positivity and fun and incredible panels, check out Double Barrel Gaming on YouTube. I can almost guarantee you will not be disappointed.
Awesome.
Right on, man. Thanks again, Boom, for all the
Thanks,
kind
Boom.
words.
Thank you, Boom.
Yes,
for the
thanks,
kind
guys.
words.
Have a good night. See you later.
You too.
All right. Bye.
I've got a question from Randall Al4. Who would Mav want to interview if he could? Anybody.
I got to take actual part in an interview of Randall Thor with Husk on Gaming Beyond the Box, Wilmy Hood's channel for the what's
creator
feature. Yeah.
Yep.
So that was a blast. Are you talking about like gaming community or
anybody?
Anybody.
Okay.
If you would want anybody you ever wanted to interview.
They would be one of two people.
I know.
Who do you think, babe?
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Oh my God, do you love Adam Sandler? Because everybody fucking hates him, and I love him.
No, we are hardcore Adam Sandler.
Yes, thank you. Fuck.
Adam Sandler and Dirk.
Adam Sandler or Dirk would be the two. Yeah. Like I would have a hard time deciding between the two, but like both of them I kind of discovered around the same
If you had to choose
point
one
in my life. Oh man, fuck you too, but I can't do that.
All right, gaming related now.
Gaming related?
Yeah.
I mean, the easy answer is Phil Spencer.
Of course it is.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm going to take that. I want to go in a different direction because another crazy thing I got to do this year was interview Master Chief.
Right.
Like, was it absolutely amazing? But I would love to interview Joe Staten.
Good one.
I want to get in his head and like with the story and like how he created like what was behind the creation of this world, right? Like the characters and the Arbiter. I want to learn more about Master Chief, like what motivates him. You know, like I want to learn more about the writing aspect that went into the Halo, because I think like low key that's been maybe the one thing that has set Halo apart, like from besides it's got great gameplay, but this lore and world and universe that they created that has this great story arc and things was pretty much created by him and some other people, right? And it's been the thing that has a lot of heart, right? Like Halo is full of ambition with story, right? And it went off to toys, you know. There's gonna be a show. There was a movie that ended up not happening, you know. But like, there's books, you know. There's all this stuff that comes from this creation that was spawned off from this one game, right? And it's just like that's one of the reasons I love Halo so much. Is like I mean behind the music, characters and story, it just gives you this like feeling, you know what I mean? Like this gives you this feeling, and I want to know more about what was behind that. Are you crying, Psycho? I didn't mean to make you cry.
No.
Did you forget to breathe for a second there? That was like the biggest breath ever. It was like, ooh, are you smoking?
I think that's what it is.
I was.
But yeah, that Joe Staten, I think, would be it. I think gaming wise, anyway. Hey, what about you guys?
Well, I still want to know Adam Sandler.
Oh, jeez, dude. that is like, okay. I'm gonna say Adam Sandler out of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I think he's the more interesting of the two, for sure.
Well, come on now.
Dirk's pretty interesting.
Dirk is so interesting. But just like I kind of always wanted to be in that like creative world that like Adam Sandler was growing up, you know what I mean? Like, so just talking to somebody like that would just be absolutely crazy. So hey Adam, if you ever catch Xbox Ultimate Podcast, I think I may have.
Andy hates Adam Sandler, by the way. It's
so funny.
He said Adam probably can't carry a conversation.
Yeah.
No, he can't.
I think
Not
I
even funny anymore.
Oh, guys.
It's funny. I loved Hubie Halloween. Like, I love him still to this day. There's nothing that he does that upsets me.
He's a good dude, too.
Well, you'd say that
like,
because you're American.
He's just a like low-key, casual guy that's
maybe,
real.
but like I grew up with Adam Sandler. He's like one of my very first like comedy like legends. Like it was.
Did you listen to the tapes back in the day? Like what the hell happened to me and stuff? Oh my gosh.
And, I mean, he's up there. It's like with Jim Carrey and fucking Robin Williams. Like he's just up there for my
Jim
childhood.
Makes me want to puke.
I love them. I love him. Oh my god.
Now Robin Williams, he's in another league.
Yeah, well, Robin Williams. I mean, I just think they're just all these like really like main comedy people that who made me who I am. Like I love being funny. I love making people laugh, and I just feel like they've all played like a huge role in who I am. So I just fucking love them.
Robin Williams has had a funny bone that was unmatchable, but the other two didn't. I
just think they had a very different way of making people laugh. Like they just.
It depends on what kind of sense of humor you have. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're not gonna like every comedian. Like there's a lot of comedians I don't like. You know, but like, it just for some reason his stuff's always clicked with me. Right? Very like, just low key fun.
I don't fucking
It's
care.
just fun, stupid
anime.
shit. Right. But
Robin Williams as Mrs. Doubtfire was hilarious.
Mrs. Doubtfire was one of the best movies in the 90s. Yeah. But it's so
Robin
weird.
Williams had this
now.
way to like take comedy and be like his comedic self and then do something so serious and beautiful like What Dreams Can Come.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, he was on his own. Like, I mean, I've cried twice when I've heard of celebrities dying. Like there was 2 people that I've ever cried over dying, and it was Robin Williams and it was Tom Petty. and that's it. Like they're just the 2 that I've ever cried over. Like he was just magnificent in his own.
Robin.
So
I cried over Robin and I cried over Victoria.
I'll cry right now.
Like, it breaks my heart that all the best, nicest people die young for whatever reason.
Yeah. I remember when John Candy died, my brother told me, and I was like, no, that didn't happen. I was like, no, that didn't happen. You guys, a kid, like I remember just like I was like a fan of the movies, you know, and he just had
Ryan Dunn was a big one for me. I didn't cry, but I was like, holy fuck, Ryan Dunn died. What the fuck?
Paul Walker.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Farley.
Heath Ledger. Yeah.
Oh,
Chris Farley.
Oh, Heath Ledger,
I think
Chris Farley was
Ledger hit differently because it was like I wasn't that into him, but I knew what he had done for like film overall. Like he had just made
makes you understand what a head fuck being famous is.
Yeah. And by the way, speaking of Chris Farley, if anybody was a fan of Chris Farley, if you watch, Adam Sandler has a Netflix special, and on that he does a tribute song to Chris Farley, and if you don't have feels watching that, then I don't know if you're alive, right? Because that was like one of the most like heartfelt, honest things I've seen from somebody, just like shouting out to his buddy.
My stone heart.
It was really something. He did it also on SNL, I think, one day. But yeah, it was a good, definitely a good watch, especially for that. But on a more lighthearted note, hey, games, video games, yeah. Wow.
Can I say that the person that I would want to interview would be Tommy Chong? Like, you know that question that everybody is like, hey, if you want to spend a like fucking day with somebody living or like dead, who would you spend it with? I always say Tommy Chong. Like, I feel like he would just fucking make my day. It would just be like great. It would just be so fantastic. Right? I love him so much.
Who would you like to interview?
If we're talking about comedy people, Jim Carrey.
No, anybody.
No, anybody.
Anybody and everybody. Anybody in the world, living or dead.
No, living. Let's keep it easy. Dead is.
No, because there's some awesome dead people. Like
yeah. There's a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
That's a hard question. Maybe Edgar Wright. Just because I love Scott Pilgrim. It's one of my favorite movies ever. And I want to sort of get in his brain and like how he makes movies and stuff, because a lot of his movies are very stylized and just unique, and they has like this rewatchability to a lot of his movies, like Baby Driver, for example.
Yep.
I would love to just see like what his drive is and stuff like that. I think that would be a pretty good interview.
Nice.
But if I had to choose another one, like music, I'm really digging the band Paris right now, so I'll choose Paris.
She's hot.
Kaitlin?
Yeah, she's great.
I would probably choose Justin Timberlake.
Would it actually be an interview?
I mean, I would just be like staring at him the whole time, but no, I think he's awesome. He's super talented. I've always Loved him.
That's good. That's good. Okay, Pong.
Anybody? I guess it'd be between probably Elon Musk and probably Ridley Scott.
Elon Musk is such a
If you
good
want to
one.
see an Elon
Ridley
Musk
Scott,
interview,
because I
you wanna
love his
watch-
movies. Just much like 3-Bit was talking about the creative mind behind Ridley Scott movies.
Yeah.
I want to get in there, and obviously Elon, I just love to
I love
discuss
Ridley
overall
Scott.
and about his future. You know what he sees down the future. Visionaries like that don't come along very often, whether you like him or hate him. And I know he's got his detractors, but just from a visionary standpoint, the guy definitely has a lot going for him in what he sees. And you know, whether right or wrong, there's a lot that he's been right about. So I'd love to talk to him about it. Gaming wise, of course, God Howard, again, another creative genius. I just love to get in
that's
his
a
head.
good one.
So yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
if you check out Joe, what's his name? Him who does the UFC commentating.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Rogan.
Yeah.
He did amazing interviews with
Yes.
Elon Musk.
Yes. I've watched all those.
Yeah,
When
those
Elon
are
got
good.
high, that was great.
Yeah, that was funny. I laughed. So Psychonauts, your turn.
Yes. Well, I have two that I would like to interview. One would be Quentin Tarantino,
Yes.
because
Another
Ooh, that's a
that
good
man,
one.
when he freaking his movies, just I just love them.
Love 'em,
And
yeah, me too.
just would pick his brain, like, where did you think and how to do the movies that you do, and like how did you storytelling and just everything about that guy. He's just really, and he's down to earth, you know. He's not like oh, I'm a freaking Hollywood big shot director, you know. He's just like, he's a chill guy. So I definitely would pick Quentin for that. And then the second person I would pick is something more my line is. There's a guy named Steve Parrish. He's a roadie for the Grateful Dead back in the day.
Yeah.
So he helped set up.
He's got the
stage.
stories. He's got the stories, brother.
Oh yeah, he got the story. So you know, I want to know. Like,
Yep.
like what's up?
You want to
like,
know what's up? Ask the roadies. That's for damn sure. That's good.
exactly.
That's a good one, man.
So that'll definitely be an interview I want to do.
Oh, that's awesome, all of you. That's
I didn't
brilliant
get
to know.
two.
Okay,
Pick
You
another
said
one
second
then.
one.
Caitlin, go for another one.
J-Lo.
J-Lo.
Good one.
Those are very interesting choices. I
Mm.
like it. I like it.
Does Lady
Now,
have
would
some?
this be a good interview, or is
Have
this
you
just
guys seen J-Lo?
crushes?
She's fucking 52.
I
Yeah,
know.
I
I
know.
think that
Like,
she
what
like
the
drinks
fuck?
the blood of her enemies, to be
Down
honest.
low,
and,
low.
I've always loved her though.
she's great.
What about
She's good.
Selma Hel?
I
Selma
love
Hayek?
Selma.
I like her, but like
I mean, she's a
All
great
right,
actress.
you guys are just listing your crushes, okay?
Yeah.
This is not.
Not
Would this
where
be
we're
a good
going
interview?
with
Well, if
this.
we're gonna list
there's
crushes-
so
Would
many
be.
like authors that I would love to like interview. There's so many like just amazing people out there because you guys all went creative, and I'm like, oh, I'm just thinking about all the people's brains that I can pick. So great choices, everybody. I just think those are good shit, good stuff.
Who would you
Crush
choose?
Chuck.
Kate.
She already said.
She said,
So
okay,
calm down.
lady.
You're drunk. I
That's
said
what we just-
two. I
You
said
said two. Everyone said two.
We're all done.
I haven't.
apparently 3
Oh,
days
I
wait,
asked
Lupa
anybody.
hasn't.
Yeah, Lupa's been doing the
There we
asking. Lupa,
Yeah.
your turn.
Yeah.
Barack Obama would be one because I
Good one.
think he's a very clever guy, and I think he was awesome. And I think the first black president be very interesting to know.
You
what
can
he's got to
interview
say.
me right now.
Good one.
I'm here.
And I think Oprah Winfrey. I think she's a very intelligent. I mean, I've got like 12. I could sit round my ultimate dinner table, but
I just want to be in
those two
Oprah's
for now.
audience, so I
Yeah.
can get something
we know
free.
that stuff.
You get a car.
Yeah.
You get a car.
You get a car. You get a house.
I'm gonna join our book club and try and get in the audience sometime. By the way, we got 2 super chats from Alex is a Valve. Thank you, sir. Super
Alex.
appreciate that. At $7 super chat, and then another $7 super chat saying they would like to interview Austin Powers. Nice.
Shout out to Rand for giving us that question too, by the way.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Awesome question, Rand.
Randy, baby. All right.
I would like to interview Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Mav.
And we got a $5 super chat from Chris Jones.
Oh my God.
I'd like to interview all of NWA and in gaming space, Yoshitaka Moriyama.
Ooh.
Right. That's awesome.
I actually
dude.
thought of another one for me. Bret Hart.
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart.
She's loves the Hart Foundation.
The Hart Foundation. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, she's an OG
Like
girl.
Like Bret Hart, freaking sharpshooter wrestler.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She
The Hart
Best
Foundation.
there is, best it was, best there ever will be.
there is a YouTube video of a wrestling match from WWF.
Are you really calling this out?
I'm
right
calling
now?
this out. There's a YouTube video of a WWF match WWF event in Burlington, Vermont, in the probably early
90s,
the late 90s,
mid to early 90s,
mid to early 90s.
When I was born.
And y'all, what was the name? Which wrestler was it? Was it Lex Luger? Yeah, Lex Luger was wrestling. Lex Luger was wrestling, and you can see little Kate sitting there in the first row next to her dad, who was clearly wasted and having a great time. As he rips his shirt off, he starts giving Lex Luger high fives and all this stuff, and he's like giving it to him. They're both
That's amazing.
You're yelling. They keep stopping, and yelling to her dad on the first row. Like
that's amazing.
It was one of the most amazing things I've seen.
I'll share it on Twitter. Okay, I'll share.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So your dad was all about that, huh? That's
awesome. Yeah.
Did he know everybody? Did he have like a part in it at all, or was he just a big fan?
He was just a drunk asshole. Vermont's not very big, so the next day my brother and I were like mortified to go to school. And like everybody's, and he was in the paper and everything. And we was like,
oh, that's
saw
awesome.
your dad, and we're like, oh my
God. Good on dad.
That's funny.
Yeah.
The Indie Gamer has a question, Mav.
What was that?
What's the plans for the Fun Speculation channel for the next year?
Wow, I haven't put much thought into it.
No, Dread, I did not flash Lex Luger. I was like 10 years old.
Dread. Getting in the gray area, Dread. Watch out.
Yeah, she was a child.
Actually, Indy,
her dad did.
Branding PlayStation Ultimate.
I think he misheard.
So you know.
It was her dad was flashing Lex Luger. Gamer by choice with a $5 super chat. Thank you, appreciate it. He says I would wanted to ask Tom Clancy what he thought about the games that came from his books. Hey,
that would be
awesome. But I would be.
You'd want him to die all over again.
I would be more curious to see what his reaction would be to X Defiant.
That would be.
Yeah. Oh man.
Interview.
X Defiant. Okay. I can't say.
The guy who created James Bond, what he thinks of the films now.
Yeah. So the Indie Gamer question: what's next for the Fun Speculation channel for the next year? Well, we are going to be the Magnificent Nine. No, I'm just kidding.
That doesn't work so well.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I think on NLG last night they said that it was Mav and his seven dwarfs.
Oh, really? Mav and seven
Yeah, Mav and, if you check out NLG podcast like last night, I think Mike said, oh yeah, don't forget Mav and his seven dwarfs. And I thought, well, that's wrong because there's only 6 of us as well as Mav.
Yeah. So it's hard to say exactly what all is going to happen in the next year, because if you were to ask me a year ago, I would have never been able to foresee, right? Like, I didn't know 3-bit, I didn't know Pong, I didn't know Lady, I didn't know Lupa, I didn't know Psychonauts. I knew my wife. Did I ever think she'd be on a gaming podcast a year ago?
You've known her for a long
time. It's been absolutely incredible to see what has happened and get to know these people who have become family, right? And that's for real, you know. So what is coming for the next year? I can tell you that I am going to these super chats and stuff that you guys are giving is going to keep using that to improve the channel. I have ordered new audio equipment, so that is coming. I try and improve things frequently, right? I am wanting to do the fun speculation E3 prediction special again, but I may want to go even bigger, right? And have it more planned out because I've learned a lot of things doing that, right? I want to take everything that I've learned over the last year and apply it to making this channel and the content and the shows better for the next year. So is that a canned answer? Yeah, maybe, you know, but that's for real, like 100%. Like I want to keep growing the community that we have around positivity and having fun talking about games and talking about whatever we want to talk about, right? Because that's why I started this, for fun speculation. That's why the name is what it is, right? It's not to be toxic. It's not to be anything other than having fun, right? So that's what we're doing, and that's what we're planning to do for the next year. And what evolves out of that, I don't know, but I hope for as long as it's possible to have this group of people with me on the show, because I love each and every one of them, right? So that's my hope. Aww. And we'll see what happens in the future, because you know, these people that I keep mentioning are awesome, but they also have lives, you know what I mean? So, you know, we'll see what happens in the future, but like I want to keep it going as long as we possibly can, and just have fun, because as much as I've started this for myself, now I feel like there's like a community that we kind of have, and like I feel like I want to be responsible to that, you know, and keep putting out content and having fun, you know, like because the chat and you guys are just what this is turned into, like more than anything else. It's like it's like an interaction, you know. It's a fun interaction of hanging out. And that's why I stream so much. People are like, man, why are you always streaming? Because I was always playing fucking video games. Now I'm sitting here doing it just to have a camera pointed at my face, so that way I can hang out with you guys whenever you want to stop by, right? Because it makes the games better. Gaming has always been a social experience for me, you know. Like growing up with my brother, we had bunk beds, played games, right? Like until we were forced to turn it off, and then playing with my wife, you know, my friends growing up, and then playing with all of these people now, and then in the chat playing with you guys. It's been absolutely incredible. Rand says Mav and Xbox Ultimate will become a professional podcast. Never. I don't know. Yeah. Hey, come on, Microsoft.
I have to make an apology. It wasn't Mike that said it. It was Chris. I just thought it was funny, and I couldn't remember who said it.
It is funny.
I apologize, brother Mike. Brother Chris, you made me giggle.
What I'm more curious about is actually, I want to reverse that question, and I want to send it to some of the panel. What do you guys want to see out of Fun Speculation Channel and Xbox Ultimate over the next year?
Oh, shoot.
Such a great question.
That's a tough one, right?
Yeah.
I want my own emoji.
Yeah, because this is
me too.
Just saying, that's all I want. All I need.
Me too, Kaitlin boss.
Okay, I'm on it.
Reba has like 5.
You just got to make a stupid face somewhere, and then they'll use it. So
there you go.
Well, there it is.
For me.
Oh shoot, I don't know.
This is hard because it's your channel, man. I feel like it's your vision, so it's like always hard.
You've got to do it, man. But like, I really love it when we all come together in a party and stream and play games together. I hope that stays the same.
Yeah. Maybe
we have some fun.
more Let's Plays. Let's see it.
Yeah, Let's Plays.
The problem is
Like-
with that is I never finish games.
No, he doesn't.
I know. It's
How
like
far you've gone into Omno and Death's Door?
you finish
About
It Takes
halfway
Two,
of each.
and that was it, right? Like you finish
It takes two, yeah. Like, well, that one was like Game of the Year candidate.
Yeah,
you know, so
that
it's
was like cool.
It's like you couldn't stop playing.
Because of Kate. I'm sorry.
it's
Not to call you out, Mav.
it's true.
but
It's
come
a
on.
possibility because I always want to play whatever comes out. I can't help that. It's like this thing I have in my head. It's like I'm looking forward now to
I
what's
do the
coming
same
out.
thing. I cannot. If it wasn't
Like-
for 3-bit like pushing me to finish that game and us doing that thing, I probably.
Oh
wouldn't.
no,
Well,
you
we
were.
just-
I've
should've
played
played
it twice,
together.
and I'm probably gonna play it a third
That would be
time.
fun. Like there's, I want to play as the opposite side in that game because I
Play
feel
with
like
me then,
Yeah.
and I'll be the bloke.
My whole thing about that is like I already like got all the Chivos and stuff like that for it, so I'm just
Yeah.
like I don't even want to go back and play it again because I just
Yeah,
already
I
done
kind of wish that
everything.
it would have been
I
nice
played
if they
twice, and I
added
loved it.
like achievements if you played with both characters, you know. So this way, that replay value of
Was there.
having-
That would have been smart. That's absolutely 100% Psycho. I didn't think about that. Good point.
I
Yeah.
mean, if you're not an achievement whore, I guess you doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
There's
I
just
played
too
it-
much on the
kidding.
fucking table right now, okay?
Yeah.
There is a lot.
Yeah.
there's too many games.
If I
Like,
had nothing to play, maybe, but
I
There's,
played
like-
as the guy, and then I played as May, and I loved it because it was two different experiences.
that's what I heard. And when I was playing as Lady, not playing as Lady, when Lady
Playing with Lady.
was playing.
Oh,
Wow.
all right.
what did you do?
Wow.
Let's know.
Okay. When Lady was playing as the other character, there was like certain sections I didn't get to experience. So
Mhm.
there's, I would love to eventually go back. There's just so many games right now, so it's hard for me to do that right now. But eventually,
Yeah.
I would love to go back and experience the game as the other character. That's my game of the year still. Like there's so many games coming out, but that's still, my game of the year. It Takes Two is freaking amazing.
I think it was amazing because it was a good game, but also because you interacted with your co-op partner, and it just became so much fun with who you were playing it with.
Yeah.
It
Definitely.
was
So much laughs.
It was an experience.
one of the best co-op experiences ever.
It's the
Yeah.
best. It's the best co-op game.
Absolutely 100%. The fact that like 3-bit and I were playing it at the same time as Mav and Kate, and we had like that kind of not a competition going, but 3-bit
It was
made
a
it
total
competition.
competition.
It was.
insane.
We had to get ahead of you guys. We were trying, but y'all
Yeah.
kept drawing dicks, so it made it easy.
Dang, yeah.
Mav kept
We only
jumping into the
wasted
stream
like
to see
3
what he was
hours
doing.
making the perfect penis.
That's freaking
Yeah.
awesome.
It's
Yeah,
like it needs
Mav
more
kept
detail.
jumping into free bits and ladies' streams to see what he had to
Yeah.
do next. Because he's shit at puzzles.
I am bad at puzzles. I'm very
Yeah,
bad.
some of our puzzles took a bit, but
You know,
it was fun.
my puzzling skills are top notch. I'm sorry, I had that down.
Did you
could
jump into
could
the-
I perform them? No, but I figured them out, and then
Yeah, I
3-bit
would
would do
not.
it.
Did you jump into the paint thing down the back?
The paint thing. Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
where you
like the
drew
printer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
no,
way you had to
we
do the
got all of the
painting.
achievements. Yeah, and then like
Yeah.
you turn into the pancake and stuff like that.
I
Yeah,
didn't,
that
we
was an
didn't- We
accident.
didn't do like any of that stuff.
No, we
Yeah, I
just
got
played.
all
I that's something I always am like so focused on. Like I need to do the next main objective. Like
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I-
the kind of experience we had.
Oh, I know. He was brushing you. I watched. Kate. You were like, "What's this?" And he's like, "Get over here."
Meanwhile, like
Get
ladies like
over here.
looking at every single corner.
I did.
Like
Yeah.
ever.
I did. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Same as me.
Kaitlin was like heartbroken. She's like, I want to play with the paints. Mav's like, no, we gotta go.
It says we have to go this way. Let's do this. Like this is what it's telling
Yeah,
me. I
what's
need to
over
do.
here?
But
Yeah,
Yeah.
But the fun stuff's over there.
That's
There's
that's
lots
a.
to do. You gotta find it though.
I never do the side quests and stuff. I always plow through the main storyline. Like I
Oh,
just,
really? See, I have a horrible habit of doing all the side quests and never completing the main story because I get so fucking
Right?
Yeah.
sidetracked
to
with the
do
side
all
quests that it's just a thing. Red Dead, I think I have like probably like 150 hours into it, and I'm like halfway through the game. Red Dead 2, like it's stupid. Yeah. And then I just
Witcher 3 a week after Mav.
Witcher 3 took me 3 playthroughs.
Yeah.
I have 3 unfinished playthroughs.
I'm going to be trying for the 4th time when the next gen patch comes out.
I'm definitely on my 5th.
Free optimizations.
And I was at the end of one of my playthroughs, but the problem is with Witcher 3 is if you don't play it for a long time, it's like the learning curve is crazy.
The combat is
Red Dead.
So
I have to go back and figure it all out.
Yeah.
We got a couple of super chats here. One is from Mike at NLG, one of those great shows and people that we were talking about earlier. He says, "Nothing but continued success for you all. You guys do it right. That is what is important." Appreciate you, dude. 100%, man. That means a lot for sure.
Thank you.
And then Chris Jones with the $5 super chat says, "I just hope we get more of Mav saying the wrong thing and Kaitlin messing with him." Well,
you don't have to hope for that. It will happen.
If I can guarantee you one thing over the next year, that will happen a lot.
That's exactly what I said.
It's not going to stop happening. Became a speculator.
Yeah, welcome to the channel, Geezer Prime. Thank you for joining a channel membership.
Geezer.
Also, shout out to God's Geeks, who also became a channel member yesterday as well. Awesome, dude.
Oh, thank you,
so
Cam.
Lovely, Cam.
We have 27 channel members now, which is like mind blowing to me. You know, just like people showing support with like all these different kinds of ways, right? Like you guys all rock. Whether you just show up in the chat and say hello, you watch something after the fact, you listen on audio, you know, you stop by just to leave a like, you retweet, you share, anything, and it is amazing, guys. It's, even if you just like stop by and sub to the channel, or you know, whatever, you guys are absolutely incredible. What do you want to see for the channel, babe?
Just I want to keep having fun with it. Really.
Good answer.
Yep.
Because that's what it's all about.
Your graphic designs are awesome, Kate.
Thanks, 3-bit.
I want to see Kaitlin go pro with her design.
I will say I hope to get better at that kind of stuff and take it to the next level.
I'm gonna eventually send you the stuff that I want you to make me one day. I've asked you about it, and then I just never sent it. So
Rick Payne says, "What are we playing after the podcast?" Because he hopes he has it installed.
Oh, Rick, yeah. I don't know what we're doing.
Stadia.
Stadia. Yeah, we're playing that new Stadia game that came out. You got that?
If you all got the Switch, 3-bit wants to play the Switch.
Just different, right? We play Halo a lot. Right now we're in a transition, right? Where we are lost because we played Halo Infinite and now we are just jumping to different games because we need to fill that void. So the Switch can fill that void. Possibly.
There's Splitgate. There's Knockout City.
There is no void. That's
there is that's the problem. There's too much. There is
Back for Blood beta. I could get behind that. I could get behind Halo. I could get behind the Ascent.
The Ascent.
Knockout City. Yeah. Geez, what else is there? It's like that just came out. You know, like holy crap.
That Alliance, what's it called? Alliance?
I want to play
Alliance. Yeah, I just got an update.
They just had an update.
The Ascent. I do want to play the Ascent.
I've not played it yet.
At some point.
Yeah, I like the Ascent.
I'm playing the Ascent tonight. That's my gaming plans. There's the Back for Blood beta. There's the X Defiant beta right now, which we're not supposed to talk about, but I just said it.
Have you played that, lady?
No, I cannot get it to download on my PC. I don't know what's going on. I keep getting this error message.
It's probably a sign.
I keep getting error message saying that it can't like locate the file or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I've tried to
it's
undownload it,
trash.
re-download it. It's fucking being stupid. So yeah, probably not happening. What else is this month? Psychonauts. That's gonna be a thing. Like we'll all be playing that for a minute. Mav for 5 minutes. Me for 10
12
minutes. And
minutes.
everybody
12
else
minutes.
will finish it.
He might finish 12 minutes. That might work out for him.
It depends on how many 12 minutes.
How many 12 minutes
It takes.
12 minutes is being generous. Just saying.
Whoa. Whoa.
Chris Jones says he wrote about the Dark Alliance update.
If
Oh,
they,
yeah.
But OG
yeah,
had
yeah.
an update. Was
Yeah, he
that was that good?
Yeah, check out Chris's articles on Lords
Yeah.
of Gaming.
Yeah, it's supposedly fixed a bunch of stuff, so it's supposed to be
If the
I mean,
challenge
everyone was
is
like-
to finish before 12 minutes is up, I'm a pro at that.
Yeah, but that's Indie Gamer. They're not till the 13th, and we're talking about tonight.
yeah, Art of Rally. I'm waiting on it, Indy.
Arda
Curse-
Rally.
yeah, anybody who
Hades,
hasn't played
12
Curse of the Dead
minute-
Gods, go
Oh
play
my
that
god,
too.
I'm gonna
It's
be
amazing.
inundated.
Hades is going to be ridiculous.
I mean, everyone was dissing Dark Alliance, but I mean, I played it for.
It's good.
I liked
I liked
it. You know,
it. I mean, it had its bugs, but it had character.
It just
Yeah.
got lost. There's too many games.
You
Yeah,
know
I
what's
know.
happening right now is I mean we all know what's happening right now
Yeah.
is we had a year of COVID.
Yeah.
And so many delays and so many pushbacks and so many devs that just didn't have everything up to speed, and now everything is just vomiting out of the mouths of all of the things. So we're getting like 3 times as many games as we would normally. Because everything is just ready right now, and they want to get it out before all of these other big games come out, because when the big games come out, they're not going to have a chance. So then they're like, oh, let's get all these smaller games out now, because if we don't get it out now, we're going to have to wait until spring and after holiday season. So I just feel like it's just happening. So it's like, get what you can into it, and then move on to the next game, and then go back to the games that really drew your attention when you're done with the other games.
Yep.
Yeah,
Lord
it's a good
Ruffness,
point.
you're right. Second Extinction was very good.
Yeah.
So we had a
And-
lot of fun with
And,
that.
and it's probably improved even more since then.
Okay, when I
yeah,
first
we had a
played
chance to
it-
play it.
When I
Yeah.
first played it, it was kind of trash. But
I
the
didn't
second
like it
time-
at all.
I-
We
the
played
first
it
time I
together
played
the
it-
first time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Played
It was me,
Psycho.
you, Husk,
It's
and
alright.
I didn't like it at all. Second time I played it, it was better for sure.
But yeah, Fuzzy just mentioned Far Cry 6. Does that come out this year?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
October 7th.
You know I'm a huge Far Cry
Yeah.
lover, so it's
Me too.
gonna be amazing.
Neo.
$5
Neo.
super chat from the one and only Neo. What's up, dude? Neo Game Spark. Shout out to the Xbox Ultimate Magnificent 7 family on an incredible milestone. I'm gonna take a fat hit of this blunt tonight, and y'all honor. You go right ahead, sir. You
Shout
and-
out to
Thanks,
Neo, man. He's
Neo.
been doing it for a long
I have
time.
my
Yeah,
bag
yeah,
of
sure.
fun as well, Neo. It's gonna be a
Neo's
good
Neo's
night.
stuff is really good. Everybody go check out his channel too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you guys
He's
aren't
awesome.
familiar with
Neo's
his
one of my
channel,
new favorite people on the Twitterverse. Like I
Yeah,
love
he's
seeing his
so
content,
great.
the stuff that he says and stuff on there.
Yeah.
He has
He's
the
great.
support too. He's constantly interacting and stuff. He's a great guy. You guys should all go follow him.
But I'm gonna tell you
I
something,
crack
Neo.
up at his posts. I was
Your
dying laughing.
your friend needs to stop putting so much damn pepper on those fries.
What the fuck was
Oh,
that?
that looked delicious. I wanted to
Oh,
comment on there, but I
yeah.
thought people
Pepper.
would come at me. That looked fucking great. Oh, I love
me
pepper.
a bit of pepper.
That's just like, but that was like pepper.
I would eat it. I would lick
You would have
it.
eaten that?
I would have 100%.
God.
I don't know where I saw. I feel like I
I
saw
would
this
have
in, like-
picked up that pepper French fry and dipped it in some mayonnaise.
Did you guys see the
Why?
video
Why
I put with it?
Mayo
of,
and chips, can't
Idris
beat it.
Elba?
Yeah.
That's like what I feel like when I see that picture.
Yeah.
Have to go see it on my timeline.
I don't know. I don't remember where I saw this, but like someone explained on I think it was a TikTok where they were like, if you put a bunch of salt on something, it just ruins it. But if you put a bunch of pepper on something, that's where, it's fine. It's a lot.
This
fun.
was
Like,
not
salt-
fine.
It is fine. If you put a bunch of salt on something.
Wait,
it,
did
like,
you see the
ruins-
picture?
I didn't see the picture.
Okay.
I'm just
It
saying.
It was
Go
a
look
lot
at
of
the
pepper,
picture.
but it looked good. Like I don't know. I'm a
I-
big fan for pepper and garlic. Like
I love
will-
pepper.
Yeah, me too.
But
If you
I
put
would
a lot
have
of pepper on
instead
something
of salt.
instead of salt, then I feel like it will taste better. Like if you
Yeah.
just drown something in salt,
It's
Yeah,
it's
just-
It's horrible and it hurts your tongue.
Yeah.
Or like
But
mayo
people
on
found-
fries. I mean, come on, who does that?
Me.
You know?
I love mayo and fries.
Who does
and
that?
chips and gravy.
Mayo on fries?
And gravy? You guys
Chips
are
and
crossing.
gravy.
Well,
Gravy,
gravy on
chips.
fries is delicious.
It's gorgeous. I'm sorry, you call
guys
them
are-
fries. I call
that's
them
a
chips. So,
violation.
yeah. Fries
I
and
put
gravy.
mayo on everything though. Like I'm weirdly into mayo.
I put that shit on everything.
Mayo and fries.
Didn't you say,
Mayo
lady, that
salad.
you'll just like take a bite of like mayo out of the jar?
No.
Am I calling you out right now?
A spoonful of sugar.
Listen, I have to be like stoned and drunk, but it's not like a direct bite. Like I have to have like a piece of lettuce or like bacon or something, and I use it as my spoon.
Okay, as long as there's
Yes,
something
I think you
there.
said you dip like a piece of
I
bacon.
dip bacon.
Yeah.
I dip bacon in mayo all the time.
Yeah.
What? That's so
sounds
weird.
Delicious, I guess.
I know. I put
Is it like
mayo
Miracle
on my
Whip or like
toast.
mayo?
No, I hate Miracle Whip. I
Oh, man.
fucking
Okay.
despise
Oh,
Fucking
Miracle
hell.
Not even the
never-
same.
Love
Two
Miracle
different
Whip.
I never
things.
knew what it was, but when
I
you
only
lot
like
told
Miracle
me, I
Whip
was
and like potato
"Bleh."
salad.
Miracle Whip
I
stained
do
my
buy
freaking
my
wall.
mayo from Sam's Club. I buy it.
I
in
love
bulk.
Miracle Whip.
We have
Eat it by the
Hellman's
spoonful.
mayo, the real mayonnaise over here.
You
I don't know
have
what's in
so
Miracle
yours
Whip.
is Miracle Whip?
No, Hellman's.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
I've never heard of
Hellman's.
Miracle Whip.
Dude,
till you
if I
told me
could get
about
a
it.
sponsorship from Hellman's, like my life would be complete.
Yeah.
I just wear
Sponsorship.
like a
Hellman's is
Hellman's
the
real
t-shirt everywhere.
mayo.
I'm like,
Have
yeah.
you ever had Duke's mayonnaise, lady?
I have not, but I feel like that's
It's like the best mayonnaise.
I feel like that's a
No, Hellman's the best. It says it on the bottle. Real mayonnaise.
I think
That reminds
Duke's
me of
is
that
like
scene.
regional. That's a
Yeah, I
regional
think it is.
mayo. Like I don't even think I have that as an option.
might
like,
not.
I've never seen that. So
Lupa
I
saying
make
it
my
says
own
it.
mayonnaise.
I got Duke's.
I've never made
actually.
my own mayonnaise.
Making
I
your own
bet it's
mayonnaise
good.
I
is
make my
so
own mayonnaise.
easy. It's like eggs and oil
Right.
and salt.
You make your own
Angela
mayonnaise?
Thor
Psycho, how do you
hates
make your
mayo
own
with a
mayonnaise?
passion. He's being
How do you
deep
make-
right now.
First
I
off,
can't say.
I make my
I
own
can't say.
mayonnaise.
what is mayonnaise? First off, what is mayonnaise?
Eggs,
what is-
mayo,
Eggs.
eggs, oil, and salt.
Eggs,
Yeah,
oil, and
that's
salt.
what it
It's
is.
mayo.
Keep
Gross.
whipping egg yolks, by the way, not
Yes,
the white.
egg yolks, and then you
Interesting.
whip them. You whip them
Yeah.
into like a mayonnaise.
Homemade
Whip
is
'em
the
good.
absolute
Homemade
best. And
is
you can
delicious,
add mustard
yeah.
to it. You can add garlic to it.
Your
You can have
seasonings,
so
everything.
much stuff to it.
I like
and it,
basil.
homemade is the best. But then after
Basil.
that, Hellman's will do.
Mhm. I agree. I am with Lupa. We're standing on the mayo train.
We are.
That's what I want for my
And chips
emoji.
and mayo
Hate.
is the
You want
I
a
would
mayo
like
jar?
some
Give her-
mayo.
Just give her a mayo can thing or jar.
A jar?
It's a jar.
go.
It's a
I
jar.
said can.
I don't think it comes in a can, but
A can
No,
of
it
mayo.
doesn't. It's a jar.
Can of mayo.
Can of
Hey,
mayo.
Just a soda
Do
can.
you have any cans of mayo?
Hey, Wilbo Gaggins loves mayo on chips. He's a cool dude now. He's in my like close family now.
And this podcast is not brought to you by Stofers. Lord Ruffness with the $5 super chat. He's attempting to get us on track. When do you think Halo Infinite is coming out? Because I'm still thinking September, October. Lord Ruffness, November. Late
November
to
19 or
mid-November.
23rd. I guarantee it. 19 or 23rd.
Master Chief told me so.
Yeah.
I'm saying October.
No.
You're saying October?
I'm saying November.
Phil Spencer has a 3 to 4 week window that he is waiting on some other game announcements to be announced before they officially pick the date. The game is like pretty much done. Like they're just polishing, doing like bug fixing and stuff, and it could probably release at any time around holiday season. And they're just waiting to make sure that they don't launch on the same week as Call of Duty. Not only because they don't want to compete with Call of Duty, but they don't want to compete about it because it is their partners, right? So
Yeah.
November is Xbox is Halo's traditionally been a November game, and this is also falling in line with the 20th anniversary of Xbox and Halo. So it just all makes sense for November. And plus, when we did an interview with Steve Downs on 4GQ TV, he said they're everything's lining up for a good November release. So that happened.
That's why I think it's November. But I didn't even think about the possibility of it being early until Pong said it. So if they do get some stuff done, I do think it is possible that it can be even earlier than November.
It's possible.
I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
It is possible. Yeah.
Okay, I got a question. What has
Whoa, shoot.
All right, Guy Diamond. Guy Diamond just made an appearance here from Trolls. What is there a question? Your voice just went like about 20 octaves in like about 2 seconds.
Baby.
Yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah, auto-tune is your friend.
It's funny.
Must have been the wind on the moon.
Yeah.
Got in the way.
Them
All right.
crickets from Florida. got
Okay,
in his eye.
okay, T-Pain, can you ask your question again?
T-Pain.
That was good.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. No. What has Activision shown us with Call of Duty? What has they shown us?
Nothing.
Nothing, because
Exactly.
they're
What has
knee
they?
deep in
Yeah, what has they shown?
that shit.
I've seen rumors that what are they're remastering freaking Modern Warfare 3. Is that what they're going to show us? Like, are they even going to show anything?
Supposed next one is Call of Duty Vanguard, is what it's like codenamed right now or whatever.
It's late though for them not to have shown anything.
Usually it's like August or September the last couple of years is when they do their big Call of Duty thing. So that's when we should get the announcement, is this month or next month, and then they'll have a big marketing campaign to launch unless COVID has really affected the development of COD, and it is going to be delayed. And also, unless they think, okay, maybe we're going to take some time with all the other craziness going on right now. But I said that before, and people were like, them not release a COD, it's just like, financially doesn't make any sense for them. Yeah,
like they don't have anything else. I mean, they have other things, but it's not.
Yeah, well, Jasper says Cold War was revealed on the 26th of August last year. So timing wise, everything's lining up to be normal. There's not really an unnormal thing going on.
I don't.
They better reveal something to pay those.
But they've got some shit. They've got some shit going on internally, obviously.
Yeah.
Not only that, sometimes I think about the fact that COD comes out with a new Call of Duty every year, and I'm just like, what if fucking 343 just came out with a new Halo every year? Like,
that'd be crazy.
It would be fucking stupid and weird. Like, because nobody wants to play the same game every fucking year. I don't know. I wish COD would take a year or two and just step back and fucking listen to what their fans are saying and just
they need a new engine. That's what they need.
They just need to do something. And people are gonna play it no matter what. They'll bitch about it the whole time. Right now, it's lazy devs. We've got 150 fucking gigabytes for fucking whatever it is that they have out right now. Probably more.
They're too busy partying.
I just don't care.
Like,
they're too busy, obviously, fucking doing fucking cubicle crawls, whatever the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
But their dev work is just shitty. They just need to like take a fucking year off and make a game that's
what
like
I would hope for, but it's not going to happen probably.
While I don't know.
They'll release some form of COD this year.
It'll be stupid, and I'll fucking.
And they even released a COD without a single player campaign before because they didn't have one ready yet. So they'll release something.
Like reveal it at the last second too, because like it's supposed to be out this year, and you think about all the different games coming out this year. You have Halo, you have Battlefield, and usually COD is somewhere in between that. And they haven't revealed what the game is yet, so they're probably just gonna reveal it at the last second, and that might work for them in terms of hype. They're like, the next Call of Duty is coming out in next month. You know, So
we'll see like what happens with like the court case thing with the
Lord Ruffness says there's no COD this year. That court case has messed them up.
We'll see. We don't know. You know, like
they'll put out something. They're gonna have to.
It's they need to like. Here's the thing. How many casuals, right, have no idea about any of this stuff? right? That just when they see Call of Duty came out, oh, Call of Duty, right? You know, gonna buy it.
Correct.
So that's like
How many
90%
casuals are
of the
out
people
there
that probably play COD. You know,
I don't feel like there's a lot of casuals in the gaming market anymore because of social media,
you
because
think
of where
they,
we're at.
Yeah, you think they're in touch with like this stuff, or do you think they even just like don't even care?
I think that a majority, I think that it's definitely more than we think.
I would
just
hope
think
so.
that when we're looking at the gaming community as a whole, we're seeing more and more numbers every year. It's incredible what we're seeing right now. Gaming as a whole, like I'm seeing 99% of my kids' classmates are gamers. It's not what it was when I was younger. It's not what it was when you guys were younger. It's crazy. And then us as adults, we all have access to internet. If it's not on Twitter, maybe they're not accessible to like the Twitter community, but they have Facebook. They have all of these other outlets that I think that they know the ins and out. I mean, I think you're gonna have the random person. I worked at GameStop and I had those people that would come in and know nothing, and I'm just like, what are you even doing with your gaming life? Like, you know nothing. But I just feel like it's so few and far between nowadays. Like I feel like most gamers know a lot of what's going on, maybe not as much as you, Mav, or me, or even Kate, but like enough to know like that Activision is going through this lawsuit, or enough to know that like these ins and outs of the basics of it.
I have friends on my friends list who don't even know what E3 is. You know, like you know what I mean? Like they hop in the party. I'm like, oh, you excited for E? I'm like, are you excited for E3 this next week? And they're like, what's that? I'm like,
I have
like,
friends who have kids who are into gaming.
Why aren't they watching Xbox
they don't
Ultimate?
Understand it at all.
Yeah, I hear what Lady's saying. That it's definitely becoming more mainstream, right? Like the gaming landscape and culture is becoming more like accepted and more mainstream.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But then there's still like even gamers that are necessarily hardcore don't keep up with the news as much as sometimes. Like I was like surprised, like people that hop in our chats, like in party, just they don't even know what E3 was, and I was like, where, like how have you been playing games your whole life and not know what E3 is? But that's coming from somebody who like has always like looked up video game news online and had gaming magazines, right? But there's other people who just like have the console and put in a game, and that's all their only investment into the gaming world, right? So it's
because all those people just picked up Madden because everybody else was picking up Madden, or picked up COD because everybody else was picking up COD, but they were never really, into the gaming scene like some of us that were gamers forever. A lot of people just grabbed on because everybody was like, come over, get drunk, let's play some Madden, let's play some COD. And they were like, oh God, I gotta run to GameStop and pick up a system real quick. And that's all they did, right? They don't invest the time to look at other stuff. So no, it makes sense. I had friends like that too, for sure.
I know a lot of mums who don't know anything about gaming, but their kids want a console, so they come to me to ask me what to do. Like, so they haven't got a clue, and the kids obviously aren't on Twitter and stuff, gaming Twitter, and so they don't know anything.
Yeah. Do they have like a secret handshake with you? Do you have like a club that you meet like in secret because they don't want to be known? They're like,
these people are the people that shunned me at the school gate.
Right.
I remember what I was. Now they want to know my information.
Right. So they show up dressed. They dress up. So they're in secret.
It's usually just a phone call or a WhatsApp, Twitter, or something.
Operation
Hey, little Timmy, he wants a console. What's the best thing for me to do? Well, is he PlayStation or Xbox? Well, what does that mean?
Yeah. Or they'll look at the Xbox and call it a PlayStation.
It's like back in medieval times going to see the witch when everybody had to go in secret and show up to the house.
Me a witch? I really hope that I was the witch in this scenario.
Burn the witch.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch that show, the
Fear Street?
What show?
Yes, Fear Street.
Yeah, amazing.
You guys finished that show?
So good.
Shoot, I forgot about it till you just said it right now.
Well, that's not 3 bit. You're watching chiropractor fucking videos at midnight, so.
I want to know. Okay.
I just want to know how to crack some backs.
I want to know how to crack some backs in case I ever need it.
Literally what this guy's doing. It's like fucking midnight. What you doing? Watching chiropractor videos?
What?
They're addicting. Like, I want to know like how it works.
I've watched them too, 3-bit.
Whenever I watch something like that, I think of Splinter Cell and be like, how are they not dead?
Yes.
Like, snapping the necks. I just expect that person to like follow motion.
No, my cousin had like one of those experiences where she got her neck snapped and then she almost died. So I'm just like, fucking stay away from that shit. Don't do it, guys.
Yeah. You said that, I was like, well, dang, I was thinking
we had a whole
Don't go to
conversation.
the chiropractor from the back alley, you know.
Yeah, don't hire Sam Fisher as your chiropractor.
Or maybe you do. Maybe you
Gamer by Choice with a $5 super chat. It says, casuals do not keep up with gaming. It is just passing time. So I think they're like the casuals. Right. Yeah, I think the casuals
I just think the casual market is slimming, right? Don't you think?
Yeah, I think it's like growing, but I think what you're saying is that there's more.
They're becoming more knowledgeable.
More, right? So like that side of it, our side of things is growing as well, but the casual back end side is also growing at the same time. Okay. I think that's how the market is getting.
I think there's more casuals becoming hardcore gamers as well, like or becoming more interested in things, and it takes like usually. It's like Game Pass. Sometimes like something will grab your attention, you dive in, and then you learn more about it, right? So like then you start to experience other things. So like gaming can be kind of like that period where you start playing something. Like the guy that went viral on Twitter because he bought Flight Sim and he bought an Xbox just to play Flight Sim, right? And like his like, isn't this cute? Like this guy bought Flight Sim and he's like in his 60s and never owned a console in his life, right? But he just wanted to play Flight Sim. But hey, you know, like people are doing that for certain games, right? The people may do that for Halo. People may do that for God of War or for Gran Turismo, for Forza or whatever. And they get into that one game and then all of a sudden now something else catches their eye because they're in the ecosystem. And then they start reading about it, right? And then they start going online, watching YouTube videos. Like for like these kids that are super into gaming, right? Like the popular YouTube channels, like we're in this niche, like small community. It's a huge community for us, but really in the grand scheme of things, like it's a small community because what all the kids and everybody that are playing games are doing, they're not watching shows like this or like any of the other big gaming podcasts or like that are out there, like, you know, Xbox 2, you know, Xbox Unlocked, you know, or any of these podcasts. What they're doing is they're watching Fortnite streamers, right? They're watching Ninja. They're watching, you know, different people play games, right? And not necessarily the news side of it, where those videos and those YouTubers have like millions of subs and millions of viewers, right? And the people in our community who are some of the biggest right now are like 100,000 plus, right? And that's from like the news side, media, like, or covering games, talking about it, like really getting into the culture of gaming. But like people just want to watch Ninja play Fortnite. You know, he's got like millions, you know, subs, right? So it's just like, it's kind of interesting. Most of those people would know nothing about a lot of the stuff that we're even talking about.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of things in the casual market where I'm just like, it's so easy to get lost in like what we think, what the casual audience thinks, and we look at the Twitterverse, right? A lot of us are in that sort of Twitter headspace. Yeah. But sometimes I do have to step back and think about like, they don't know they don't know who Phil Spencer is. They don't know any of like this major stuff. They just are concerned about the value of like what Xbox is and like Game Pass and I'm just thinking about like GameStop of like whenever I think about like the casual audience, I think about what GameStop employees are telling like the casual audience. Like
Rabbit.
Hi. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you worked at GameStop, so it's just like, I wonder. What
to a lot of, you're right though, 3-bit. To a lot of gamers, that's their information source, right? Is like there's the GameStop managers and stuff.
That's upsetting. That's like weird to think about. That's like somebody's. I guess that's true though. Like,
yeah,
I've heard discussions in a GameStop where somebody is like, hey, I'm interested in this game and because of my son, where which thing should I get my son, you know, and then the GameStop employee's like, well, definitely don't get an Xbox. You know, you need to get a PlayStation because of this, right? And I've heard these conversations, and I've heard them give misinformation, like bad information that I've seen, like that was like not even true. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh my god, I'm like sitting there cringing, like, do I step in? What do I do right now?
You
know what I mean?
I stepped in. I always step in.
I did.
I've done it. I've done it at Target and stuff before.
That's how I got hired at GameStop. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. Like somebody was asking questions on the floor, and my old boss, like my manager, was like, she's older and she wasn't really like a gamer. Her husband was a gamer, but she had like management experience, so she ran the store well, but she didn't have any like game knowledge. And she was like telling this person something, and I'm like sitting there, and I literally had a baby on my hip. She's like telling this somebody, and I'm like, whoa, no, that's not what destiny is. And totally like stepped in and like totally took over the conversation. And then afterwards she's like, she's like, oh my god, you should work here. And I was like, I would love to work here, get a job. And I started as key holder, and I worked my way up and kicked her out of her spot.
Yep.
That's never changed.
That's Hellboy. It says define hardcore.
Oh, it's either a professional gamer, or it's somebody who puts extra time into the hobby like we all do here, beyond, you know, just playing, like for a few hours a week or whatever the case may be. It's somebody who actually does hold a high interest in the hobby and does put extra time, extra money, extra portion of their life into the hobby. That's how I would define it.
So for me, defining that is, what would it mean to you if gaming was taken away from you?
Right.
Oh my god, I'd die.
If it would impact you and like if it would affect you deeply emotionally, right? Yeah. And you would have a hard time, like, then you're a hardcore gamer. If you're like, oh, you know, I play this every once in a while, right? Yeah. Then and if somebody says, oh, you can't play that anymore, you're like, okay, whatever, you know, I'll do something else. You're not a hardcore gamer, right? It's about the care for me. I don't care what you play. I don't care if you only play Fortnite or if you only play any one thing. If you can, if it's taken away from you and you would miss it that much, you're hardcore.
Yep.
And also with the COVID, it brought it home to me more, because I would be so alone if I didn't have you lot on gaming and the community. I would be so isolated, so alone, and it's my outlet. And if it was taken away from me, I think I'd probably cut my own wrists or something.
Jesus Christ!
Jesus
Christ!
It's true. I'm not joking.
It's top of the washing machine, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it's my being. It's who I am. So it would kill me if it was taken away, for sure.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I couldn't live in a cabin in the woods of Canada.
So I could. I think about that sometimes. Could I go off the grid and not play games? Think about that a lot of the times, and I'm like, I think I could. Like, if it wasn't an option, then it wouldn't be an option for me. Like, I would miss it, but I feel like me personally, just because I am who I am, like I feel like getting down to earth with earth again, and just Mother Nature would be a big thing for me. So I could do that. I don't know if I could do it forever. Possibly. I feel like I'd fall in love with it, and that
I've always wanted to just go live in the woods in a forest and just
absolutely
and get lost. Nobody know who I am. But then I've always thought, but then I wouldn't be able to game. There's no electric up there. That's the one
I would bring my Switch because it doesn't need a lot of internet access anyways.
So you have to have electric to charge it up.
I would drive
a generator.
So I would have electric. The internet fucking shit would just be shot.
Oh yeah, that would have to
get one of those crank generators.
I'd be out there cranking it every morning just to have some kind of electricity. I'm not gonna
that would do my head in. But it's always a dream of mine to have done something like that. But it's always the fact that I love my gaming and I just couldn't leave it behind, so it never happened. But I'm basically in the middle of nowhere right now. So that's okay. I've just got my owl turned up outside on the telegraph pole. My barn owl twitting at me.
That's the second time we've heard about an owl tonight.
He comes every year and he sits up there and he twit-twoos at me.
He twitters at you?
He twit-twoos at me.
Twitters at you.
Oh.
Owls don't Twitter. They twit-twoo.
Well, I was just wondering, I mean, what kind of owl you got over there?
No, I have a normal owl like most owls.
Have you never fucking read Mr. Brown Can Moo? Please. Owls go hoo-hoo.
Hey, babe.
I love Mother Nature.
I was gonna say, next time you see that happening at like a store, you can step in with confidence and say, "It's okay. I have an Xbox podcast."
Yeah, for sure.
Don't you know who I am?
My Twitter.
I am mad.
Royalty, bitch.
Xbox Ultimate.
You know who I am.
Haven't you heard of Xbox Ultimate Podcast? We've been around for a year.
Exactly
now.
like that.
We're a big fucking deal, motherfucker.
The Magnificent Seven.
You haven't heard of us? Why you talk like that? It's like, what is that, British?
Yeah, it's my
I don't know what it is, but I love it.
It's my Sean
Xbox Ultimate.
It's Sean Connery. It's my pompous ass voice. Hey, you haven't heard of us? We're Xbox Ultimate and the Magnificent Seven.
As you twirl your cane.
Can you just do it as Mickey Mouse?
Xbox Ultimate.
Yeah, that wouldn't work out well.
All right.
You want some candy?
Your shit's getting weird, guys. I'm gonna have to go though.
Do your
I can give my outro here right now.
Yeah, we're about to do the outro, so you can start with yours.
I gotta go. I am Lady. You can find me here every Friday night. You can find me on Wednesdays with Gaming Beyond the Box, and on Tuesdays with the Players of Everything, Masters of None. And on Twitter, you can find me at Lady_AF. That's LAIDY_AF. That's as in as fuck, not Ampflo, because 3-Bit likes it when I say that. But this week, it is definitely as in Ampflo. So.
Yeah, I heard your kiddos, so you go take care of them.
Yes, I gotta go.
Bye, lady.
Take care
Bye,
of your
lady.
babies, lady. Bye, lady.
And then there were 6.
6 of us. By ourselves.
6. Yeah.
No, we're no longer the Magnificent Seven.
Yeah.
This next year is starting off horrible.
Now what do we do? We're lost.
3-Bit.
We're rudderless right now.
What do we do without 7 people here?
We're lost. What do I do with my hands?
I don't know where to go.
Where's my animal crackers? I just can't
So
fucking
lady
deal.
leaves and you don't know what to do with your hands.
Yeah. They were occupied before.
Start eating.
Yeah. We can't show what you're gonna be doing.
It's gonna be okay,
Yeah,
guys.
I like your hair. I like your
3-Bit.
history,
Oh,
man.
mine?
Everything's gonna be fine because
This-
Mav's got animal crackers.
Was it
Good.
us that disrespected you?
What do you mean?
Well, Chris said in the chat you were disrespected.
I was?
What's
I didn't know that. If I
What's Chris
was,
on?
Well, if he was by us, he just needs to get the fuck over it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I
I'm
just need
kidding.
to get over it. What's up with all those?
No, I meant
abandoned,
3-Bit, not Chris.
Oh, abandoned. If you're talking about abandoned, then
No, I wasn't saying Chris needs to get
Yeah,
over it.
abandoned.
No. I was saying 3-Bit.
yeah, I just need to get
He
over
can
it. Whatever.
3-Bit can
alright.
take it. We all give it to
I
each
just
other.
remember seeing in
Whoa,
the chat that
pause.
you were disrespected, and I thought, oh, there it is.
Oh my god, he did it!
Oh god, I hate it so much.
3-Bit, what's up with all those abandoned talk and you getting no respect?
I don't know what the heck is going on with
That's what he said,
that
and I
game.
just thought, what does
Actually,
that mean?
3-Bit's behind the whole thing. That's what's gonna happen. That's why he's been so busy lately. Because
Oh,
this is
crap.
actually
The
his
3-Bit's really like Rodney Dangerfield in the background. I get no respect
Right.
at all.
No
No
res-
respect.
Foolish. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that game, but we're just gonna have 2 abandons. Like I always say with different podcasts, we're just gonna have 2 abandons, and good luck to you guys.
It's probably not going to be really
you're making.
abandoned though by the time they bring it out. Whatever's going on is really weird.
because they
because
said it was like a placeholder. I don't.
they
Really
got a
know.
lot of marketing behind them, so it's a
Um,
little odd. for a small team.
I have you guys. You guys are my mark.
Yes.
My marketing community. Yeah. I mean, I'm not starting my games production again till the end of this year. And we'll see. That's all I'll say there.
Yeah, gamer by choice. To Chris Jones says he considers himself a casual, but they play about 3 hours a night. I would say you're probably not a casual if you're playing 3 hours a night.
Yeah.
People can say they're casual just because they, like, hey, I'm not that invested, but that's a good amount of time.
At the end of the day, everybody's a gamer. That's all that really matters. However you want to label yourself, it is what it is. So
I just label myself a gamer. I don't care.
Still a gamer. Still a
gamer. Gamer, casual, hardcore, doesn't really matter.
No.
There you go, Fuzzy. Gaming enthusiast. Yeah, there you go, Fuzzy.
I'm a gaming enthusiast and the host of Xbox Ultimate Podcast here on Fun Speculation YouTube. Have you heard of the Magnificent Seven? Yeah. All right, Pong.
Yeah, I'd love to be a gaming enthusiast. It just takes my heart away.
I'm enthusiastic about many things, especially gaming. First in my heart, my lovely wife, Kaitlin. Where can everybody find you, my love?
You can find me on Twitter at KaitlinXO615.
I was waiting for Besides My Bed, but that didn't come out.
Yeah. Besides the bed? Yeah, you can find me here every Friday. And I don't know what's going on with the Saturday show. Is it a go?
It's a go. Yes.
Make it a go.
It's a go. Yeah, we didn't give our
the
stuff.
Fancy show. I know.
Yes. Make it a thing. You guys could talk about.
I think it should definitely be the Fancy
mayo.
and Mav show. Personally, why do you always put us women second? I'm always on the bottom.
She made the stuff, not me. I actually said Fancy and Mav show when I told her the name, and she switched it around.
No,
I don't know. I don't know. I guess I just like the guys on top.
Right
I mean, that's the best answer I can give.
It's a little more catchy.
He
like
has
Mav,
ultimate. He has
Fancy.
Ultimate, and he has Fun Pop, and he's on top of both of them. You should be on top for Fancy and Mav.
It's a little more catchy though.
What you're
Lupa,
doing.
all right. Think about it. Right, it's a little more catchy. Mav.
I
Fancy.
feel, yeah, with like the logo and everything, it just like looked better that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little more catchy. If you guys had a theme song like Mav and Fancy, it would be a little more catchy.
What?
You guys had a theme song.
Are you
the Mav and Fancy show?
3-bit? Is that what you're doing?
So are you
Very
saying like
American.
Fancy and Mav wouldn't sound as good?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't sound as catchy. No.
Mav and Fancy.
Mav and Fancy is a little more catchier, and if you guys made a theme song with a actual like tune,
So like Fun Pop, you want me to do that next? I'll work on it.
Fun Pop. Yeah.
Okay. And my dearest friend AssassinLupa from the old days working in the arcade. Where can everybody find you, Lupa?
Everybody can find me with the rest of the amazing Magnificent Seven on Ultimate at 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. UK, and playing games on Xbox and the occasional Twitter, but not a lot, at AssassinLupa for both. Loved being here. It's great we've reached 1 year, and I love you all very much. And chat, you are awesome.
Yes, I forgot to thank the chat. You guys have been great.
And the mellow fellow from Florida hanging out with the crickets and the frogs and walking up steps and taking hits. Where can everybody find you?
Yes, thank you. Chat, you guys have been awesome tonight. It was great to be on here and talking to you guys. I missed you all. It's just
you too, mate.
Dealing with stuff out here in Florida, but but it's, you guys put a smile on my face, so I appreciate it. First, shout out to Dreadpool. I did hit a show, Breaking Bread with Dread, today. So whenever he drops it live, look for a link for that. That was an interesting show that we did today.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, figured shit. We were in the same neck of the woods. I was like, bro, all right, we gotta.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's been crazy here. We gotta hook up and and do it and at least meet up, if anything. So
it's super awesome that you got to meet in person too, though. You know what I mean? Just that's super cool.
Out of here.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, and that was the thing. You know, community members coming out and just it's one thing being, we always do this through through the computer, through our whatever, and to finally meet one of the community members, it was really cool.
Psycho chose to drove right over me.
He drove right over you?
He drove right over you.
I drove right over 3-bit.
Oh no.
3-bit, watch out.
He went to Florida. But yeah.
Hey, I told you, if I was driving by myself, I would straight up, I would have came over. So.
Then after being with the short hospital stay, after being ran over by Psychonauts, 3-bit was able to join us, and thank you, 3-bit. And where can everybody find you, sir?
Everyone can follow me on Twitter. It's at TheVideoGamesHD. My YouTube channel is TheVideoGamesHD. I love all of you guys. You guys are awesome. Like, first off, let me go down the list. Pong, your freaking knowledge is amazing, and the fact that you're on all of these different shows and how you're able to articulate different topics is something I do look up to. So you're awesome. And Kate, thank you for deciding to join the family. I know you were thinking about not doing the podcast, but I'm glad you did. You're awesome. Thank you. Psycho, you should have joined early. I remember me and Mav's conversations with you joining the podcast, and you were supposed to join actually earlier, right?
And 3-bit was like, no.
Right?
Bitch. Yeah, and I'm glad you also joined. And of course, Mav, you're one of my best friends, and you're amazing, dude. And just going to this Lupa, you already know you're amazing. Thank you for joining in on our community game nights, and it's always fun hearing you. You have amazing commentary all the time. And Lady, I know you're not here, but you're also awesome. Thank you. Everybody in the Magnificent Seven, I just want to make sure that on our year anniversary, we celebrate each other, and you guys are amazing, and I'm glad to be a part of this podcast. We're all family, and we've gone through a lot of good, and
some ups and downs.
Ups and downs. But
in life, in real life.
In life, and in everything. So love you all, and everybody in the chat. You guys are also awesome. So thank you guys. And I know Psycho said he wasn't done. So
yeah, he wasn't done, babe.
Go ahead, Psycho.
No, it was not. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. Freaking, me and 3-bit are having a thing together, So no, pretty much Fun Pop Wednesdays, 10 o'clock in Xbox Ultimate here at 9 o'clock. But I will be on NLG August 12th.
Nice.
On Thursdays at 9 o'clock with Brother Mike and Peter and everyone over there. So catch that on Thursday, August 12th. That's what I wanted to finish with.
Awesome, dude. Cool, man.
Sorry.
That last night.
You're good.
And the encyclopedia himself.
Britannica.
Of gaming, dating back to the very first game ever made. Long Dong Pong. You're awesome. Thank you for being part of this channel and the show and everything you do, man. And where all can people find you, sir?
Well, first and foremost, you guys all, again, just to continue with 3-Bit and everything he had to say, you guys are my extended family, and I say that a lot, but I mean that when it comes to this stuff. Again, what we all had to go through over the past nearly year and a half, or over a year and a half now, or probably right around a year and a half, has been extraordinary. But to find this group of people, especially, has been even more extraordinary. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Coming here each and every Friday has been a getaway, much like video games are for all of us, but it has been a getaway with real people and people who are good people. And as I always say, good people find good people. And that's exactly what's happened here. And I mean it, that you guys brighten my life, especially. And just knowing that at the end of the week, I get to do this with all of you is just, it really is an incredible feeling to have. And it's been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal for me in more ways than just, gaming. It's been phenomenal for me personally and emotionally. And it's something I will never forget. And so again, to you and Kaitlin, Mav, congratulations on the 1 year as you guys starting it out. And thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this and welcoming me into the family like you guys did. It means everything, and it means the world. So and of course the rest of the Magnificent Seven, again, you guys are all family to me, and I love you all. Yes, and yeah, absolutely. And chat, you guys absolutely a part of my life as well, and my extended family, even for the ones that I only talk to in chat. That's where I started. You guys always have a special place because, again, this community as a whole has really helped over the past year and a half, especially. So never forgotten, and nothing but love and respect for all of you in there. And everywhere that I see you. So again, this was amazing. I could not have asked to spend it with better people. So this is something special for me. But again, you can find me, obviously, you guys know Pong Soul everywhere by now, Xbox, Twitter, you know the drill. Tomorrow morning, episode 19, living split screen, all one word, Steel and I, my brother from another, of course, a part of this extended family as well. We will wake you up. So set your alarms, get ready to rock and roll. 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central Time, 3 p.m. UK time. Last week was an just absolutely epic 3.5 hour show. Actually, it was almost 3:45. So come check us out there tomorrow. It hasn't been announced yet, but tomorrow also I will be on Scumcast with Luca and the crew over there. So come check me out. I think that's 7 p.m. Eastern, I want to say, or 7 p.m. Central, one of the two. But be on the lookout. I'll post it out on Twitter as soon as she announces it officially. The Shop Podcast, PTK Blam has taken some time off for real life stuff. So we won't be doing the Shop Podcast. We don't know when it will return. He did announce that on Twitter, but obviously as soon as that returns, you'll see me back there. And then Tuesdays, of course, on Xbox Factor Podcast with Mr. Boomstick, Zemi Games, and myself, and of course, 3-Bit when he is available, and we hope to get him back soon full time. And Mav's been filling in a lot, so you never know who else is going to show up. But Xbox Factor Podcast, 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 o'clock Central. Otherwise, everybody, play what you love what you play. It's the weekend, enjoy it. Spend some time wherever you're going to do it, but spend some time and having fun. Again, love all of you, and we will talk to you all real soon.
Heck yeah, dude. Thank you again, as well as 3-Bit and Kate and Lupa and Psycho. And what's going on? Are y'all DMing each other?
I'm just
right now?
no.
I feel like are we laughing at the same thing, 3-Bit?
What, the mayo?
No.
Mayo.
Okay, we're not laughing.
Okay, we're not laughing at the same thing.
I'm laughing at the fact that there's a new emoji in the chat with the mayo.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
Pong almost at 11 o'clock.
Oh,
11 o'clock.
O'clock. All right. Sorry.
With the L.
Sorry, I'm 5. I think everything's funny.
Cock.
I actually hope a 5-year-old doesn't think that's funny.
They wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
everybody.
How did you do that during the show? What the?
I did.
In the chat. Everybody hanging out tonight. Everybody who has watched even a minute of Xbox Ultimate Podcast. Thank you all so much. It has been an amazing year. Like Pong was saying, adding to our lives and stuff. For me, starting this show and making this channel was the best decision that I've made, second to marrying Kate.
You say
second to.
Okay.
Yeah, so that means you're first in my heart.
Okay.
And
that would have been an experience.
It's just like added so much to our lives, with the chat, the community. There's all stuff I didn't think about as being part of it. I just thought of it as an outlet to talk about games, but this all became a part of it. And it's so welcomed because it's more than we could ever hope for. Like, absolutely amazing. So thank you all, guys. You rock. We freaking love you. And again, Pong, dude, thank you so much, man. It means a lot to me that you guys show up just to hang out and talk games and have fun. 3-Bit, thank you, dude, being our first panel member, right? I've been here since we took this stuff live, Still, yeah, you're a great friend, brother, Pong brother, just Psycho, another brother. I freaking love you guys. I mean it. Psycho, seeing you do this stuff too and get into this, it's been amazing, dude. You're so good at it, and I hope you keep it going. I don't know what you're gonna end up doing with work and stuff, because I know you got that on the horizon, dude, but I hope whatever it is allows you to still keep doing this stuff, because you're great at it, and I hope it keeps going. And Lupa, thank you for being you. Sister from another country that just brings the joy and laughter and passion with every word you speak. It's absolutely incredible. And then shout out to
family from over the pond. I love you with all my heart.
And then, lady, I know you're taking care of your kids right now, but you bring so much to the show and to us. This presence that it just brings. I say fun because you bring this level of fun to everything you take part in, right? So, absolute pleasure having each and every one of you on the show, and thank you so much. And chat, you rock. And Kate, love you, babe. Thanks for doing this with me. So that's it, guys. Hey, that's the show. 1 year. Let's get another fucking year in. Let's go. Bye.
Catch you gaming, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Later.